another big crowd on hand. They had fun watching last night. Torre in his second season as skipper of the Dodgers, the best record in the National League. Let's take a look at his lineup tonight that he's put out there. Rafael Furcal will lead it off at shortstop. Then it's Andre Ethier, Manny Ramirez, Matt Kemp batting cleanup tonight, followed by Casey Blake, Mark Loretta playing first base, Orlando Hudson, Brad Ausmus behind the plate doing the catching, and Hiroki Kuroda batting ninth and doing the pitching. And there's the man, Manny, that they're facing, Doug Davis, on the year 7-10.
Yeah, you know what a great season he's had. Tonight is going to be probably his biggest test because he's got a lot of guys in this Dodger lineup that have handled him well. I mean, you look at their numbers against Doug Davis, they're pretty good. Some of them haven't played, as of late against him, but over their careers, they've done pretty well.
All right, we're set for a night of baseball. Glad to have you with us on 80s night. And the foul back. So Furcal goes after the first pitch, and we're underway. And here are the numbers you were talking about, Matt.
There's some large numbers there. It doesn't mean that they're going to have a great night tonight, but it's like I said, it's probably Doug's largest test this year. He's going to have to be on his game.
Furcal hits one sharply. Right throws on to Chad Tracy, one away. Let's set that Diamondback defense for you here tonight. On the outfield, never thought you'd be seeing this in August, would you? Olgen, Parr, Romero, Reynolds, Drew, Ojeda, the new daddy, Chad Tracy, over at first base, and Davis and Montero, the battery.
Well, you're right. You never thought you'd see that outfield.
Here's a new pop.
What energy they brought, though.
Oh, yeah. Chad,
speaking of energy, he's going to need some.
Yeah, after, I'm sure, a very trying 24 hours, wife Katie giving birth to the couple's second daughter. So congratulations. And wear a smile tonight, Chad, and have some fun. This is Andre Ethier. He was plunked by a Heron pitch late in the ball game last night. He didn't like it. Both sides were warned after that hit by pitch. And we'll see if anything carries over the remainder of this series, or maybe the rest of this season series. 2 balls and a strike.
That's funny. Sometimes it doesn't happen in that particular series, but they play each other so many times.
4-game series coming up in L.A. In a couple of weeks, in fact. Davis has retired the first man he's faced. And he's fallen behind 3-1. Now, Ethier and Ramirez have moved up one spot in the batting order tonight. Last night, Ethier batted third, Ramirez fourth. Tonight, Ethier second, Ramirez third. And Matt Kemp has gone to the cleanup spot. And this, of course, against the lefty Doug Davis. And a broken back ground ball to short. Who's got it? And he throws out Ethier.
We talk about Doug Davis and hitting the radar gun at 82 or 83 miles an hour. It's all about location, and that one was in a great location, up and into Andre Ethier in a hitter's count, in a fastball count. He got the fastball to hit, but it wasn't where he wanted it.
Well, here's Ramirez. Hit the ball hard all 4 times up last night. Had 3 hits. And this guy's been crazy good against the Diamondbacks in his career. At Chase Field especially. Ready for this? 9 career games here. 16 hits and 25 at bats. 12 runs scored. 6 extra base hits. He's hitting .640.
We talked last night about him being human since he's been back. Last night you wouldn't have known. He had 4 bullets last night.
He bats with nobody on and 2 men out here. 2-0. And you got Kemp backing him up in the 4th spot. Another hot hitter. So Torre hit Manny third tonight.
Well, when you have a lineup like this, you can, for Joe Torre, it must be fun writing those names in there every day.
I would think so. Swing and a miss, 2-1. A lot like it was for Buck Showalter and Bob Bradley, 1999 through about 2003 or so.
Interchangeable parts too. You can move guys around depending on who's on the mound, what kind of matchup you've got.
Oh, this should be fun tonight. Again, with the 80s sprinkled in and a huge crowd on hand. We had 31,000 last night. Looks like we're every bit and beyond that here tonight. There's a foul. And it's 2-2. This, even though this was San Francisco Giant territory with the playing of the then Giants Firebirds, Dodger baseball was carried in this market for many, many years on the radio. So still a lot of transplanted Dodger fans here.
I don't know if we had hair like that back in the 1980s.
I don't think so.
Not under a baseball helmet, anyway.
Although I did like your hair tonight earlier in the pregame.
Thanks, I appreciate that.
Where'd it go, by the way?
It was wishful thinking. If I had hair, that's how I'd wear it.
Davis looking for a 1-2-3 inning. And he gets it as he finds Ramirez. And the Dodgers are down in order, 1-2-3. Well, Hiroki Coretta will take out the mound, but 1-2-3 go the Dodgers against Double D. No score here at Chase. Go against the Dodgers starter Corona tonight. Drew Olsen-Para. Reynolds in the cleanup spot. Montero's been swinging a hot bat, followed by Tracy, Romero, Ojeda, and then Double D, who's chipped in with 7 hits, 3 RBIs, 3 sacrifice bunts of his own. Now the guy they're facing here, as we take a look at a nice-sized crowd here tonight, Hiroki Kuroda, 5-5.
Had a pretty good year. His ERA lately is up a little bit, but he throws all 4. Kind of a backwards pitcher. Uses fastball late in the count. If he needs a strike, it's generally his slider to the right-handed hitter anyway. Diamondbacks will have to be patient tonight with this guy because he throws all 4 pitches at any time.
And Drew takes a strike. Well, you talk about patient. Pac-Man in the background. Well, I hope they change up the hairdos tonight for the hitters.
It's a good look. I like it.
Drew, broken back ground ball to short. Good on, throws him up. 1 away. And let's take a look at the Dodger defense behind Kuroda tonight. Outfield, Ramirez, Kemp, Ethier, left to right. Third to first around the infield. Blake for call. The Gold Glover Hudson. Loretta playing first tonight. And Osmus, Brad Osmus, getting the job of catching Kuroda. And there is Ramirez, the lonely man in left. Just him and his glove.
He's not a happy boy right now. He missed a pitch from Doug Davis in the top of the first that he fouled off and was none too happy about it. He doesn't miss many.
There's the Aussie, Trent Olgen. Strike call. Diamondbacks this month have hit .302 as a team. And that's the 4th best mark in the major leagues. And you were talking about being patient, Matty. They have also drawn the 3rd most walks in the major leagues this month. And that's an area that you're glad to see an improve on.
Sure. I mean, it creates opportunities. It just creates opportunities for the guy behind you, for your team. And the more you have during the course of a game, generally the more runs you'll score. And you don't see it from young players very often.
Olsen hits one to first. Loretta will flip to Kuroda, and that's in time for out number 2. Power Chevy key to the game here tonight. Manny, what you got?
Love is a battlefield. I'd sing it, but you believe me, anybody that's out there watching doesn't want me to sing it. We had a battlefield here last night, and there is no love between these two clubs right now. It was chippy. But you know what? Last night was a good sign for the Arizona Diamondbacks. They stepped up and said, listen, we haven't had a great season. We all know that, and it's well documented, but we're not going to allow you to come in here and push us around. And we got a guy that's arguably the best player on our team, and you hit him, you're going to have some payback. They took care of it.
And again, both sides were warned last night.
And I didn't see a warning before the game today.
Parra looks at a strike 1-1.
For those of you listening that don't know how that goes, generally, if you have an incident the night before, when the lineups are exchanged before the game, usually an umpire, if they're going to give a warning, will give it right then. So everybody knows, both dugouts know that he won't tolerate any funny business that particular night. But we didn't see that tonight. We'll see how it goes.
2-1 the count on Gerardo Parra, and he fouls one out of play. A lot of times, too, now if something happens tonight, you see the meeting, Schaefer and Hale, and the umpires exchanging pleasantries along with the coaches. And judging by that routine right there, I'd say no, nothing happened. There's a line 1, 2, 3 by the Diamondbacks here. Very easy first innings for both Davis and Kuroda, and after one chase, no score.
If you would like to be below.
Top 3 Power Chevy dealers in the Valley. And by Triple Ops Brewed Miller Lite. Great taste, less filling. He rose hit number 4,192 against Eric Shaw of the Padres. Boy, that brings back some 80s memories, huh?
Yeah, it does. So does that.
Remember all the headbands worn back then?
I don't know if that's a good memory or not, but that's a memory.
Yeah. Here's Matt Kemp leading it off. Both pitchers went 1, 2, 3 in the first. Davis got a strikeout of Ramirez. Kemp, Blake, and Loretta here in the Dodgers second. Dodgers in search of win number 70. The only team that's won 70 in baseball. The Yankees 73 going into play today. Low 2-0. Kemp has been a hot hitter against the Diamondbacks. In fact, he's hitting 15 straight here in Arizona.
He's been a hot hitter against everybody. We're looking at his numbers prior to the game today among center fielders in baseball.
He's really turned into an outstanding all-around player. Davis falling behind him 3-0. I've put him on. He's a threat to run.
Yeah, you look at him, you say, well, he's not going to steal any bases. He's a large human, but he can flat pick him up and put him down. That's why he plays center field.
And he walks on 4 to start the inning. Well, get tickets now for August 29th. You see the D-backs take on the Astros in a great post-game concert featuring country music star Montgomery Gentry, followed by a fantastic fireworks show, courtesy of Gila River Casinos. Call 602-514-8400 or visit dbacks.com/concert for tickets. So there's a base runner. Of course, you know about Davis's pickoff move if you're a follower of Diamondbacks baseball. He's got a good one. And a strike. Pickoffs, in fact. Since 2005, Doug Davis trails only Mark Burley and Andy Pettit. Double D has 25, Burley 30, Pettit 29. Pretty good company.
It is pretty good company. And his reputation precedes him, so he doesn't necessarily have to pick over. Shuts the running game down just by being on the mound.
Wide throw over there at first. Kemp got back. And if you're at a ball game watching, just watch the lead of the first baseman, and you can tell whether or not he's getting a good read.
Yeah.
The runner will tell you. If he's hesitant in getting back, and some don't, then he's not getting a good read on the pitcher. And that's what Davis will do too. A quick pitcher.
Yeah, he's got a regular move to first base where he kind of lifts his leg up and hesitates and reads the potential base stealer. And then he's got a quick one over there as well. And both of them mimic his move to the plate. So it's really deceiving. It's difficult to tell until he actually delivers the baseball whether he's going home or coming to first.
Really trying to go, or Blake, excuse me, trying to go the other way. Does, but foul. Loretta next.
Blake involved in a couple of slides last night. One that was pretty wide. The other one wasn't, but nonetheless, Stephen Drew didn't like either one of them.
Strike 3 call, and Blake knew it. He's punched out of there. Second strikeout for Davis. 1 out in the inning. Yeah, the one was very, very wide.
First baseman number 5, Mark Loretta.
Double D missed his spot a little bit there, but Blake looking for something else. Wasn't ready for that fastball that was down the middle.
He knew he'd been rung up. Tony Randazzo, the home plate umpire tonight. Here's Loretta. Mark Loretta. And the strike is called. Davis just seems to work so well out of the stretch.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, there's no hesitation. No. There's no. He and Dan Herron are a little bit alike in that when they get to the top of their windup to deliver the baseball to home plate, they both hesitate. And sometimes it throws Doug Davis off. His mechanics get off just a touch, and it seems that he does better out of the stretch because it's more of a direct move to home plate.
He's keeping a close eye on Kemp over there. Kemp leads the Dodgers in stolen bases 23. He was caught last night. It was big too. He led off the 7th inning with a walk.
Well, we showed it in the open, that hard tag by Stephen Drew. I don't think that was intentional. I think it was just him trying to get the tag there in time. But with all else that happened in the game last night, it certainly added to it.
1-1 here on Mark Loretta. Dodgers come in here as a team. They're a good hitting ball club. 276. That's 21 points higher than what the Diamondbacks hit. The Diamondbacks out-homer them. Diamondbacks have more doubles. Diamondbacks have more triples. But the Dodgers have scored more runs as a team. And as a pitching staff, they've given up fewer runs to the opposition. There's a foul out of play. 1-2. Well, glad to be over here with you. I was trying to count. I think this is my 3rd TV game in the last 3 years, so we're rusty over here. Help me along.
Oh, it's like riding a bike.
You're the veteran over here.
Oh, no. It's just great to work with professionals.
Darren will be back with you Monday when that big road trip in Atlanta starts up with one game.
Yeah.
The makeup game. Gracie will be joining him. Then that one bounces way in front of the plate. Well, that one a little shy of the plate area, and that's got Montero smiling. Mickey smiles at anything though.
Yeah, these days.
Yeah.
The way he's swinging the bat and the way he's playing the game, he's having a lot of fun. That's not a whole lot of fun though. When it bounces 6 feet in front of home plate, it's difficult to get down there and block it. So he stood up and blocked it.
Well, Davis gets a lot of double play balls. He'd like one here. And he'll miss just outside. He tried to nibble and he almost had the corner but missed. 3-2.
Well, given that, you're not going to see a whole lot of stolen base attempts from the Dodgers tonight, but they may play hit and run depending on the count. Certainly not. Well, he may go here 3-2 with a contact hitter, but they will play hit and run if the right opportunity arises.
He is not going, and ball 4 outside. Davis tried to nibble on the last 2 pitches to Loretta, but missed. So 2 walks in the innings got him in some trouble here, and Orlando Hudson will be the hitter.
Second baseman number 13, Orlando Hudson.
A.J. Hinch with Lorenzo Bundy. Wondering just how far outside that pitch was.
And they get the attention of Miguel Montero and ask him where it was. And
now Hudson batting from the right side with 2 on here. And low ball 1. Another number I'm going to give you, and then I'll leave most of the numbers alone. Double plays hit into. The Diamondbacks have hit into 68. Dodgers as a team, 103.
Really?
103. Hudson's hit into 10. Ethier leads with 18. Martin's hit into 11. Loney 12. 11 for Blake. So 7 for Juan Pierre. That's a lot of double plays to hit into by a club.
18 for Andre Ethier. That's strange. Left-handed, other side of the plate. 3-6-3 is difficult to turn. 3-6-1 is difficult to turn.
Even for calls hit into 7. 130 as a team. Davis trying to make it 104. And he'll miss wide 2-0. He's missing by a little, but he's missing. And he's gotten in some trouble here in the 2nd inning. You see Orlando's numbers. And Kemp dancing around at second, bothering Davis, so he'll spin around.
Double D's not afraid to pitch around guys, but he's certainly not doing that now. He's just trying to find the strike zone.
And there's a foul back by Hudson. Osmus and the catcher's on deck. Dodgers lead the season series 6-3. Diamondbacks have won 3 out of 4 to start this homestand. They're playing better at home after a horrid month of April here. They have gradually gotten better and better.
Yeah, they've just put it together. I heard a little clip from Dan Herron last night about the game, certainly last night, but he talked about the defense has really stepped up as of late, especially after the All-Star break. He said collectively we're playing such better defense that it helps. It helps keep us in games. And
Hudson is short pop fly, shallow right field. On comes Romero and he makes the catch. And that's a big second out there for Doug Davis.
When you can play good defense and not give that opposing team extra outs, you've got a chance to win, especially with this pitching staff. The bullpen has stepped up. The starters have been really good all season long. Offense has come around. So the key is not giving that opposing team extra outs to play with.
That's the bottom line right there. Well, with 2 outs, Davis' chance to get out of it here. He's got Brad Osmus coming to the plate. Osmus catching tonight. He's a pretty good backup for Russell Martin, to say the least.
Yeah, he doesn't play a lot. Russell Martin catches most games, but you can't argue with Osmus's numbers against Davis. I mean, they're pretty impressive. So if you're going to give him a spot start and give him an opportunity. You want to put him in a position where he's going to succeed, and Joe Torre's doing that.
And the last few years we've seen him, Matt, with Houston and now with the Dodgers, he's hurt the Diamondbacks by going the other way. That's more his game now, taking the ball to right field.
It is. He stays inside the baseball and hits it up the middle or the other way. Doesn't try to do too much. At this point in his career, he's not going to do that. He's just going to take what he can do and knows that he's going to get a shot every, fifth or sixth day maybe.
And he goes to right field, and wouldn't you know it, he gets a hit. And he's going to score, make a run at the Dodgers, and now gets it back in. And he threw it to actually nobody. Threw it over the cutoff man. Fortunately, Montero was there. RBI single Osmus, and a 1-0 Dodger lead.
He just does what he's been doing. Stayed inside the baseball and shot it to right field.
And now Kuroda's got a chance to help his cause. 2 for 17 as a hitter this year.
Doug Davis not happy with that, but you know what? The walk's got it.
There's a good Drew to Ojeda on the force play to Osmus. And that will end the inning. But the Dodgers get a run. Only one hit, but it was an RBI hit by Osmus to give them the lead.
Geico quote of the game. It's a movie quote from the 80s from Dr. Rumack of Airplane. Guys, I just want to tell you both good luck. We're all counting on you. Surely you remember this one.
And don't call me Shirley.
I won't. We were hoping to pull something from Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in this one, or something about Macho Grande. But this one certainly was the best Airplane quote we could possibly find.
That's kind of a play now on broadcasters. We'll open each other's doors. Like, we'll go to the Dodger booth, they'll come to ours, and we're all counting on you.
Good luck.
Have a little fun. Yeah, good luck. We're all counting on you.
And just say it about 10 or 15 times.
Yeah, that was a fun movie. That brings back some memories, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. Last night was Macho Grande.
Yeah. It'll be Reynolds, Montero, and Tracy due up here in the second inning. Kuroda's got a run to work with now. And Mark takes the ball 1-0.
I would imagine there won't be a whole lot of fastballs from Kuroda to Mark Reynolds in the strike zone tonight. He'll rely on the slider more than the fastball.
There's a strike.
That was a good one there. A little sinker down and away from Mark. Trying to stay away from his power.
Dodgers capitalized on a couple of walks in the second off Davis to get a run. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Mark has had a little slip here on this homestand after the great road trip. 2 for 13. Hasn't driven in a run. And they've got a beach ball out in left field that they need to take care of.
Gracie would love that. He loves beach balls.
Yeah. Well, that's a little bit. It almost looks like a WNBA ball, a little bit smaller at the WNBA ball. But anyway, you can catch WNBA action when the Western Conference leader Phoenix Mercury take on the San Antonio Silver Stars tonight after the game on Fox Sports Arizona. They'd have a tough time getting that one through the hoop.
Yeah. Tough to bounce, too.
Reynolds hit by a pitch last night. And then Aaron hit Ethier. And that raised some eyebrows here. And there's a temper foul by Mark.
It's great. Pitcher's response to the question, it's always the same. I was trying to come in for effect. Just got away from me.
Well, some pitchers now, and even some managers are saying, we're going to retaliate. Ozzie Guillen. Oh, our guy gets hit. Expect something back. There's a high top foul ball that hits the girders and comes back on the field. That's a foul ball. Look where it landed. We haven't seen many. I think Yamil Benitez was the first to do it here.
Yeah.
Your old teammate.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that's a long way up there. You got to have some bat speed. And certainly hit it in the right spot up there. But
did he go? First, Chris Cuccione punches him out. Strike out, one down.
Fastball. Yeah. Couldn't hold it up.
Here's Montero. We talked about him having a smile on his face, as well he should, the way he's been hitting.
Yeah, he's got a bounce in the step, smile on his face. Food tastes good, getting lots of sleep. All of those things come with swinging that bat. When it's going good, everything's good.
He fouls one back. Well, there, the APS rooftop solar camp.
That's where Mark just hit that ball up there, folks. Right there. Right there. You got to be a big man to hit those girders.
That should do it. There's a chopper down toward first. Incredible field right down the back and step on it. And right now, Kuroda making easy work of the Diamondbacks. 2 up, 2 down. Well, new father Chad Tracy comes up. Mark McClune's got the particulars on the new little baby girl.
Well, the new baby girl arrived a little early. Her name is Bryn Sarah. She's about 6 pounds. Arrived about 10:30 last night. Named after her mother and grandmother. Actually, her grandmother and great-grandmother. Her mom, Katie, is resting comfortably as Chad steps in the plate right now. I talked to Chad before the game. He said he was the most fired-up person in the hospital last night with the arrival of a new daughter and also all the fireworks here at Chase Field that he was watching last night on Fox Sports Arizona.
And I believe Katie and Trace have a little girl named Ella already, so daughter and now welcoming another little girl.
And another redhead, too, so they can, little Bryn Sarah can join the redhead section next time out at the ballpark.
And there's a strike. So the new dad, I'm sure, as Andy pointed out, didn't get a lot of sleep overnight.
No, it's all right. It's pure adrenaline from this point on.
Here's a 1-1 pitch to Chad. High. If you're wondering, we talked about the girder shot and the ball hitting up there, then bouncing back onto the field in foul ground. Batted ball strikes roof over foul territory. It is a dead ball. Now over fair territory, if you catch it in fair territory, it's an out. There's a drive hit into deep right center field on the way out through there. Kemp takes it away from him, and that'll end the inning. They both got over there, and Kemp takes in the long blast by Tracy. Diamondbacks down in order, 1-0 LA. And top of the order, second time around now against Doug Davis for Call, Ethier, and Ramirez. For Call grounded to second to start the ball game, and Davis starts him with a strike.
First time up, Call stepped in there and promptly swung at the first two pitches. The first one he fouled off, and the second one he grounded to second base.
One ball, one strike. Call a lot of years in Atlanta. And there were thoughts he was going back to Atlanta this last winter.
Yeah.
And
a lot of talk about
it. It appeared he had gone back to Atlanta in some eyes, but he ended up back in L.A. And he hits this one back up the middle. That'll be a hit, I think. He made a nice play just getting to that ball, but Call got down the line. He's got an infield knock.
A nice play by Augie Ojeda with the slide, and if that ball's on line, he had to get rid of it quickly. But if it's on line, they may have a shot at it. That's what speed does. Makes you rush your throw, trying to make the exchange out of the glove and into the throwing hand too quickly. Sometimes that bobble happens. Speed does that. How many double plays has he grounded into? 18?
Ethier 18, yeah.
Double D's hoping for 19 right here.
Ethier grounded to short his first time up, broke his bat. And a little high there, ball one. Call has 6 stolen bases. There's a time when he really ran.
Yeah. He outran the baseball at times.
And that one's low. 2-0. Well, these two faced off against one another on May 4th, and Ethier got the best of Davis at Dodger Stadium.
Got ahead in the count and didn't miss his fastball. He's ahead here too. 2-0.
Diamondbacks won last night. Dodgers leading here early tonight with a run. They put their leadoff man on. That's a strike, 2-1. Well, it's good to see a little rivalry going here, and fans cheering one side and cheering the other.
Got a lot of Dodger fans in the house, close to L.A. Makes for an exciting night. Last night, it was just, there was a buzz in the ballpark.
Yeah.
Which is nice to see. You know, it's been a rough year in many respects, but it was nice to see that buzz last night, and we see a great crowd again tonight.
Well, I know you talked about it since the All-Star break. Diamondbacks 15-12, Dodgers 13-15. So Diamondbacks playing much better baseball. There's a strike, 2-2 now on Ethier. The Dodgers got off to such a huge lead. And Matty, I know you've been on ball clubs where you never like to do it, but sometimes you just kind of go through the motions with that big lead.
Yeah.
There's a foul back.
It's easy to do. Easy to get complacent. You know, you jump out to a 10 or 11 run lead as Miguel takes that one off a kisser.
So you want to be a catcher.
You jump out to a big lead like that, and you know that it's going to be so difficult for everybody else to catch you. You're going to have to completely fall apart, and they're going to have to go on a 10 or 12 game win streak to even get close. It's easy to get complacent.
In tight to Ethier, and that hit him, according to home plate umpire Tony Randazzo. He leaned back from that one, and it must have grazed his hand. And the Dodgers have put the first two on here with nobody out, and Manny coming to the plate.
Just a graze.
Wow.
He called that one by the sound of it. And Double D's playing with fire here.
Yeah. So Manny, who struck out his first time up, hits with 2 on and nobody out. And he fouls one back. He was revved up on that swing. You know, I looked at that replay. I didn't see that ball hit Ethier.
You know, sometimes it can graze the jersey, and the umpire will be able to hear the sound. There's a tick sound before it hits the catcher's glove. You didn't see Miguel Montero.
No, nobody argued. So, well, Davis in a big jam here. Ramirez will call timeout. If you're curious about Manny hitting in the double plays, he's only hit into 4. Knows how to elevate the ball. We'll wait for a pitch he can elevate. And he's got for a call an Ethier on with an infield hit and a hit by pitch. And that one into the dirt. Blocked nicely by Montero. Well, you showed you May 4th, Ethier and Davis. This was Manny Ramirez and Doug Davis on that same day. And on both home runs, you could see the reaction by Davis immediately.
Knew he missed his spot, and you could tell by the sound with both those guys that the way the ball came off the bat that those were leaving the ballpark.
Ramirez 3 for his last 16 with runners in scoring position.
Doug Davis having a hard time seeing the signs from Miguel Montero. They've got it worked out which sign they're going to use, and he'll go through a number of them with Furcal standing on second base, so there's very little chance of him relaying a sign to Ramirez.
Davis gets ahead of him. 1-2.
Good pitch right there. Cut fastball in the inside corner.
The white didn't work that he tried to apply there with the chalk, so he just wiped it off on his fans. He thought maybe the white would show up a little bit more. He may use some tape in between innings.
Good try, Mickey. That was a good try.
Yeah, using your head. Love the crowd reaction. That was close, but off the plate. 2-2.
Just missed. Doug Davis not happy with that one. He covered his face with his glove. We don't know what he said, but
shoot,
I can imagine something to the effect of, where was that pitch?
Two to Ramirez, and that's ball 3. Full count now. Then you got Kemp next, so obviously a very trying inning here for Doug Davis.
Decision time for Joe Torre. Do you start the runners here? I would imagine he would, with Ramirez standing on deck, or Ramirez at the plate. But you wonder about, if they do steal and Manny makes an out, what they do with Kemp. You want to give him an opportunity to hit as well.
Runners lead. And they are not going, and a ground ball to short. Here, into first. 104 double plays the Dodgers are getting into. Ramirez on for 2, run with 3-2 down. That's pitching right there, making the pitch when you needed it by Doug Davis.
They threw him cut fastballs in the inside corner to get ahead of him. You remember in his first at bat, threw him a changeup that he swung through, and that one he made contact on. It's the perfect pitch in that situation, and they were able to roll 2.
Well, we're just giving you a note, too. He was 3 for his last 16 with runners in scoring position. So Ramirez now 3 for his last 17. And now, Kemp, the hitter, he walked his first time up. He's going to work out of the full windup here with Furcal at 3rd and 2 down. And ball 1 inside. Blake is next. This is a tough lineup to maneuver around.
They're balanced.
Yeah.
You know, they've got speed, they've got power, they've got interchangeable parts depending on who's pitching out there. Tough to work through.
And he hits this one down to 3rd. Reynolds has got it. How about that pitching by Doug Davis? Single, hit banded to lead off the inning. He gets a double play and a ground out. The Dodgers fail to score. It's still 1-0 LA. Chip was doing back in the 80s.
No, look at that youngster. University of Arizona.
Playing for Jerry Kindle.
Wildcat baseball.
Look at that speed getting down that line.
I haven't seen that speed in quite some time. He still bounces around out there, though.
Yeah, that definitely wasn't high def back then.
Looks the same. Maybe a couple extra pounds, but looks the same.
Here's Alex Romero to lead it off. Diamondbacks haven't done anything offensively yet against Kuroda. 6 up, 6 down for the right-hander.
Yeah, he's worked through them pretty efficiently.
There's a strike to Alex. Alex has had a good month of August. He and Parra had a chance to play with all the injured outfielders. And that one goes to the backstop. You know, it's interesting. Eric Burns was leaving after batting practice, heading to Reno to start his rehab from that left hand fracture. Chris Young, who had just been optioned out, played his first game last night, had a 4-hit game. There's a ground ball back up the middle center field. Base hit for Romero. Well, that'll make hitting coach Jack Howe there. As you see, Jack, a happy man. Made his debut at 85 with the Angels. He was a third baseman, but Doug DeCinces was occupying third at the time, so they brought him up and put him in the outfield. Jack had some good years in the big leagues.
He did. Swung a big old bat, had big power. He liked that fastball. He could turn on that fastball and hit it in the seats.
Here's Augie Ojeda now. Romero will throw to first. Romero gets back in.
Yeah, you look at the outfield potentially in Reno right now. They've just flip-flopped. They traded positions with the current outfield.
And Connor Jackson is currently at Visalia, but once he gets going, he'll probably move up to Reno. Upton could get a game or two there, although that's not set in stone before he comes off the DL.
Yeah, that's going to be that's a difficult one.
There's JL.
Losing all that time and trying to work his way back from being sick all summer.
Talking about Connor with that valley fever, yeah.
Yeah, it's been rough. It's hard to get back, get your strength back.
Augie, look at his strike, and Kuroda gets ahead of him. 1-0 Dodgers, a second inning run knocked in by Ausmus.
Diamondbacks may have to play a little hit and run of their own here. Manufacture runs. We saw it a little bit last night. They've been living with the long ball lately, but last night they manufactured some runs. Had some nice ABs with guys in scoring position.
Fly ball center field. Cut back out. And he's got it. Back to first, goes one away. Well, our text poll, favorite 80s player, Brett Valenzuela, Henderson, Ryan. That's pretty good foursome right there to choose from. Text A, B, C, or D to 36929. 36929. Who's your favorite 80s player?
Well, it wasn't that guy right there. I know that.
He had your number?
Oh, it was ugly. And it wasn't the last guy either, the Ryan Express. That wasn't any fun either.
Boy, there were a lot of good ones in the 80s. Doug Davis bunts foul here, strike one.
You know, the one guy there, George Brett, is a fantastic third baseman, fantastic hitter. But the one guy, Ricky Henderson, could change the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, you walk him where he gets a base hit. He could absolutely manufacture a run by himself.
You know who I liked in the 80s as far as a hitter? I loved Robin Young.
Yeah.
Watch him play.
Paul Molitor as well.
Yeah. Romero's on here with one out. Davis takes a strike. And Kuroda gets ahead of him. 0-2 the count.
We said it in the open. Some of the greatest players that ever played the game played in the 1980s. A lot of milestones in that decade as well.
There's a familiar name. Garvey. There's a bunt. It's a good one. It'll get the job done. As Loretta calls on Kuroda, and he throws to Hudson. So the sacrifice, the 4th of the season for Doug Davis, pushes a runner into scoring position. And we'll see if Drew can get this game even.
I hate to say it, but I was a big fan of Garvey and Lopes and Russell and Say.
That's coming from a Giant.
I know. I hate to say it. I had to preface by saying that. But yeah, early on.
Let the truth be known.
Once you become a Giant, then everything changes.
That's true. Well, if you're traveling, can't watch the D-backs on Fox Sports Arizona, you can't always catch the game on your computer with MLB.tv. 100 out-of-market games per week live on your computer, and catch those you missed on demand. For more details, dbacks.com, where baseball's always on. Drew grounded his short first time up. Looking for a hit to get this game even. And into the dirt, ball 1.
Well, they've done a little manufacturing here. They've given Steven an opportunity to drive this run in with 2 outs. And they've done that. I mean, over this stretch that they've been playing better baseball, they've done that. They've been able to get these hits. They've been able to come through in these situations.
Drew's driven in 47 on the year. And a ground ball to second to Hudson. Then in the inning. Colorado, Diamondbacks strutting, do not score. They leave a runner in scoring position. And after 3, it's LA 1-0. This is our trivia question tonight, Matt. How many home runs did you hit in the 80s against the Dodgers? Some interesting numbers there. 37, 22, 7, or 2. And you've got a smile on your face.
Yeah, because I don't know.
Can you weed anything out?
Yeah, I probably could weed out 37.
Okay.
That could probably go away.
All right. Doug Davis here to Casey Blake to lead off the 4th. And a ball down low.
In the 1980s.
That was a while back, wasn't it?
That was, yeah. I'm dating myself now.
Well, both my children were born in the 80s. I've got one that's 29, so he was born in 80. Scott, daughter Stephanie, was born in 84, so she's 25. We're asking about Matty here in his home runs against the Dodgers.
I think I've got an idea.
All right. Blake 3-0 count here. Davis walked 2 in the 2nd inning. And one of those scored, the only run of the game. And there's ball 4 inside, a leadoff walk. Well, let's take a look at some Matt Williams home runs. NLCS 89. That ball is driven. Now look at that crowd.
Hooked it around the foul pole. Pick the shortest part of the park right there. That's
home run's a home run, buddy.
That's right.
Right? Look at the eye black. And that's not that fake eye black that they put the patch on. That's the real stuff.
That's the real stuff that if you, for some reason, you wipe your face, it's all over your uniform.
There's a tamper foul.
I don't know why you wear eye black at night. Was it for effect? I don't know. I was probably just following the rest of the guys on the team.
Loretta walked his first time up. High. 1 ball, 1 strike. Davis got into immediate trouble in the 3rd inning when he gave up a leadoff infield hit for a call and then nicked, barely grazing Ethier. But he got Ramirez to roll into a double play and then got out of it by getting Kemp to roll to 3rd.
Yeah, he's been walking the tightrope, hasn't he?
But he seems to do that
all the time.
Yeah.
He does, yeah.
He just seems to pitch with runners on base and more often than not get out of it. There's a ball down low. Now, it's not always the case, but he's done a very good job of it for the most part.
Yeah, this year especially. You know, he's not afraid to walk a guy to get to the next guy that he feels more comfortable against, regardless of whether there's, you know, man on second and third or nobody on.
2-1 to Loretta is high, ball 3-3-1. Well, his last 6 starts against the Dodgers, his whip walks its innings pitched over 2. That's a lot of base runners to have to deal with.
Yeah. You got to make the pitches when you have to win with that whip.
Loretta hits one to center. Will it hold up for Paul? He comes in, makes the catch. Back to first. There's blank, one down.
So we saw what I looked like in the 1980s. What'd you look like?
Oh, forget it.
Come on. Oh, there's the governor.
Yeah, look at that hair.
Man. Is there product in that hair?
Yeah. That's a little different look than. That was actually, you know what that was? That was taken off a 1983 Phoenix Giants schedule.
Really?
Yeah. You know the little pocket schedules? KTAR here in Phoenix. They had. I was doing some Giants games back then. They had Lee Hamilton, Lee Hacksaw Hamilton, the late Tom Dillon, and here's Truly on there. And there's a picture that they used. I don't remember looking like that. But
that was a good look.
Oh, yeah. That was a real good.
Wait a minute now. We have to get to the bottom of it. That wasn't a perm, was it?
That was actually my real hair.
Really?
Yeah. I had a lot of. Look at that.
There's a Firebird schedule. Unbelievable. Even had hair back then.
You wore eye black even at night, didn't you?
Yeah, I wore my sunglasses at night, given the 80s theme.
There's a foul. How to play by Hudson 2-1. Always put your head down, though, and ran on a home run.
Yeah. Get it over with. Let the next guy hit.
Never admired it. Just started running.
Hopefully.
Acted like he'd been there before, right?
I didn't want to make that pitcher mad. Hopefully he'll give me another one to hit at some point.
Were you hit by pitches much?
Yeah, on occasion. I stood, you know, I was pretty close to the plate, so on occasion I get hit.
Knocked down quite a bit? That was more of a thing back in those days. I mean,
sometimes you get,
yeah.
Sometimes you hit a home run and you get it handed to you the next time up.
3-1 here on Hudson, and that's a walk. 2 in the inning and 4 in the ball game. Well, let's see some Matt Williams Firebirds home runs.
120 degrees.
What number were you wearing there? 22?
I don't know. It was one of the many times that I got sent back down for the
22. Look at the old sign. Look at the KTAR sign there. There's the trot. Who's that coaching at first? Is that Wendell Kim?
That's Wendell Kim.
There you go. 26 home runs for the Firebirds.
I got a trivia question.
in 1989.
I have a trivia question.
All right.
That clip that was just shown right there, if the truck can pull it up again, there's somebody in the ballpark tonight that was playing shortstop. Can you name him? Get a chance to show it again. Somebody playing shortstop.
That looks like Albuquerque you're playing.
That's Albuquerque Dukes. So we'll see it coming up right here. Who is this man that's playing shortstop for the Albuquerque Dukes?
Oh, I know who it is. You want me to tell you, or you want to wait? We can show him. He's on the field right now.
Oh, how time changes.
There he is.
There he is.
Alfredo Griffin, the first base coach. Mariano Duncan. When I say Alfredo Griffin, Mariano Duncan.
Good shortstop. Good infielder.
Doug's getting himself into some trouble here. Osmus is at the plate. He's got the RBI in this game. That was a hit to right field in the second inning. Doug's walked 4.
He's gotten himself out of it, too.
Now, if you can get Osmus to hit on the ground, you can double him up. He hasn't hit one yet this year, but doesn't run like he used to. There's a ground ball to short. Through. On first, and the Dodger double play. And the inning comes to an end. The Dodgers fail to score. 2-turn by the Diamondbacks tonight. They've come at the right time for Double D. And it's still 1-0 in favor of the Dodgers. Dodgers with a second inning run and a lead here as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Time for our Aflac trivia answer. All the home runs, Manny. How many in the 80s against the Dodgers?
Well, it wasn't 37 and it wasn't 22. We know that.
It wasn't 2 either, was it?
I'm not sure.
No. It was 7.
7 of them.
Can you name the pitchers?
Well, it wasn't Fernando.
Okay.
I know that because I don't know if I got a hit against him in the 1980s. I'm not sure. Ramon Martinez probably.
You were talking earlier tonight before we went on the air. You had good luck against him.
Yeah.
Hit him well. You hit 35 career home runs against the Dodgers.
It all came in the 90s. It wasn't.
Is there a 90s night coming up?
I don't know.
Look at this.
That's a great
That's
picture.
perfect. Got a chuckle here. And Kuroda starts him out with a strike. 0-1.
Trent Olson saying, you can put a hat on me, you can call me whatever you want. I'm in the big leagues. Just keep me here. Put me in the lineup.
Put me in, coach.
Yeah.
Well, he's hitting 382 since coming up. Pretty good numbers. Hasn't walked yet. Struck out for the first time last night, and he fouls this one away. Talk about living the good life. That last half inning for Doug Davis, fourth, through 17 pitches, only 4 strikes, but despite 2 walks, he got another big double play.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. You don't want to keep giving this other team those opportunities, though.
Olgen hits one in the air to center. Keeps going. Let's throw things to Mark McClune here.
Yeah, Trent Olgen, talking to a number of reporters before the game, had a pretty funny quote. He was asked about all the attention that he's been getting here and back in Australia, and he said that a couple of his friends said, "Will you please quit having such great games, such good night at the plate and in the field?" Because his friends were tired of having to stay up late in Australia and watch the local news. Apparently, he's been the lead story in all the sportscasts over there.
I wonder if he throws a boomerang. I'm sure he does, huh?
He should be the lead story. It's great. It's a great story. You know, he's finally made it to the big leagues, and once he gets there, he's doing everything you could possibly want him to do from an organizational standpoint. Playing great defense, driving runs in, hitting balls over the fence, scoring runs. He's played really well.
That'll go foul down the first base line. Hey, the Diamondback home run hits the Gila River Casino's hit and win sign in the 4th inning. One lucky fan watching on Fox Sports Arizona will win tonight's jackpot. Get this, $610,000.
That's a boatload.
And our contestant tonight, and good luck to you, Dewey Rumley. Dewey Rumley. In the center, Kemp's busy this inning, and that's his second put out. 2 up, 2 down. And now Mark Reynolds will get a chance. Well, we have a list of the pitchers he hit the home runs off in the 80s. You got one off Fernando.
I did.
You got one off Ramon. And you got 2 each off left-hander John Tudor and 2 off Tim Belcher. Pretty good pitchers right there.
Yeah, swing hard in case you hit it, you know.
Did you ever hit the knuckleball of no, you hated knuckleballs.
I didn't hit the knuckleball.
You still complain. You played catch with Candy.
Yeah.
Earlier this year, and you threw a couple of knuckleballs at you.
It's
you were
horrible.
just
almost hit me in my knee. I did hit a homer off him though, but it was not a knuckleball.
I remember I took up the challenge on him in Cincinnati and caught him in the bullpen or in Glenn Sherlock's equipment, and I caught the knuckleballs.
Governor,
he buzzed the fastball right by me though. I wasn't waiting for it.
He tricked you, huh?
Yeah. 1-2 on Reynolds.
Those pitchers, they want to do that. They want to trick you. You're not supposed to trick your catcher, though. You're supposed to be on the same page.
That's true, but if you know Candiotti, he's out to have some fun.
That's right.
Diamondbacks kind of quiet here against Kuroda tonight. There's a ground ball, broken by ground ball, third to Blake. Roll it out at first. Diamondbacks in order for the third of 4 innings. Pitched by Kuroda. Still 1-0 Dodgers.
And welcome back to the ballpark. And welcome back to the ballpark. It is 80s night at Chase Field. It's also Ovarian Cancer Awareness Night. Pleased to be joined by Annette Mattern here with a big group of folks all wearing the teal shirts. How much has your cause grown since the 1980s?
Well, first of all, in the 80s, a woman would never talk about gynecologic issues in public. And here we are at a ballpark talking about symptoms so we can save women's lives. So that's pretty amazing.
How many folks did you bring with you tonight?
About 140 came out for this.
And what are some of the symptoms? So folks, I know you're trying to get your cause out there and awareness. What are some of the symptoms for folks out there watching?
Well, they seem like digestive issues, and that's why they're misdiagnosed for a long time. But it's pelvic bloating or abdominal pain, pelvic pain, urinary urgency, digestive issues like that. Sometimes tumors are growing in that area and they kind of push on these other organs. We also ask women to be aware of a family history of ovarian or breast cancer. And if they have any of those symptoms for a long time, they should see a gynecologist.
We appreciate your time here. The website is up on your screen. And I know you've been watching our telecast here on Fox Sports Arizona, and you've noticed something here on 80s Night.
Greg, that truly is a perm, isn't it?
Can we get another look?
No. It was my real hair, believe me. I just kind of...
It was a perm.
Yeah.
He admitted it.
She's right.
Good call.
Tell her I said
Okay,
she's
thank
right.
you
It's a
so
perm.
much.
Thanks, Mark. Corona at the plate.
There's no way that's natural. Come on.
I had naturally curly hair.
Unbelievable. Look at that.
I might have had it worked over a little bit at that time. Just see me about a year later with the hair down to my shoulders, and I had the full beard. And the mustache.
We'll try to find the picture.
No,
Believe me.
No. And he was trying to get the pitcher out to start the inning. He's running full 3-2. Now, Doug on the night, if you look at his pitch count, he's throwing more balls than he has strikes. 75 pitches, 39 balls, 36 strikes. And he's had 10 3-ball counts in this game.
Hey.
But he's trailing only 1-0.
They drive your pitching coach and your manager crazy, but as long as it gets done, that's all that really matters.
A couple of big double plays he's got. One off Commander Ramirez, one off Ausmus. And Corona, Luker foul. Well, join Fox Sports Arizona on Facebook and Twitter and be part of our discussions. Plus, get the latest info on all the teams. Follow us at www.twitter.com/Fox Sports A to Z, and also check out at www.facebook.com/Fox Sports Arizona. Chopper is short. Who's got it? And he throws out Corona, one down. Well, he got him out. He didn't want to walk him or line to reach. So he gets the pitcher out. Now he's got the top of the order.
I didn't necessarily want to throw 7 pitches to him either, but it was effective. It worked.
You, when we were opening up here tonight, you got everybody a little inquisitive about that special 80s moment we were going to see.
Yeah.
Remember in the open? You wouldn't show it to us at that time?
No, it's, we have to save it for the... Believe me. I promise you will see it during the telecast.
Is it good?
It's
good?
really good.
Okay. Does it
It's gotta
involve
be
you?
the right
oh, no, you said, okay, I remember what you said. Okay.
It involves the guy that usually sits in this seat.
Yeah.
We all know him.
I think he had that Met game today, didn't he?
Yeah.
Giants and Mets.
Yeah, he had to go be big Fox star today, like he does every weekend.
He'll rejoin, as will Darren, in Atlanta for that makeup game on Monday at Turner Field.
And we're talking about off days upcoming for the Diamondbacks. That's one that's going away because you have to make up that game. Not a lot of them.
September, though, pretty good in the sense that they have 3 off days on Thursdays, the 10th, 17th, and 24th, and they're all at home. And they're not travel days, so they do have some upcoming. Ground ball down to third. No. It's a base hit down the line for Powell to get a couple. Over to get it all down for Powell's got a 2-base hit. Now the Dodgers have a base runner.
Well, you have to respect the fact that he runs so well and he can bunt, and It pulls the third baseman in, and Mark Reynolds was just a little short on that jump and that leap down the line to get the ball.
So Furcall's got 2 of the hits.
Yeah, you got to take that away from him. You have to make him beat you with swinging the bat if he's going to.
Ethier tonight is grounded to short, and he was just grazed by a pitch. In fact, really couldn't even see it on the replay. He's got an RBI chance here. And he pops this one up. Long run over for Reynolds near the seats. You know he likes to dive in, but that was a little too far to dive for. He would have, though. A little bit closer. Strike 1 on Ethier.
Yeah, he's done that a couple of times this year.
Great crowd on hand here tonight, huh? Gotta love it on 80s night.
It's good. I mean, they're excited about the way this team's playing. They're excited about the Dodgers coming in, certainly. But it's been entertaining. You know, the Diamondbacks have become an entertaining club to watch because of the young energy that they bring, the fact that their offense has stepped it up. They're winning games, they're manufacturing runs. Mark Reynolds, certainly, with all the home runs he's been hitting lately. All of those things combined, it makes for an entertaining club to watch.
22-14 since the 4th of July, so 8 over. There's a ground ball back up the middle, and Ojeda will get it. He won't throw anywhere. He looks back at third, but Augie made the smart move there, holding on to the baseball. Infield hit for Ethier, first and third for Ramirez here with 1 out.
Well, here you go again. Nice play by Augie, keeping it in the infield, and he made the fake throw to first base in hopes that Furcal would make a bigger turn at third base, but Larry Boa, he's been here a time or two, and he held him right there.
Now Ramirez tonight has struck out and hit into a double play. Davis in trouble again. What can he do this time? Ramirez, a big swing and a miss, going to win.
Well, he's been throwing Manny a steady diet of changeups. Manny's had a couple of pitches to hit in his first 2 at-bats that he missed. He's been upset about it. And then Doug's been able to get him on the changeup both times. One for a strikeout and one for a double play.
There's 44 runs batted in on the season. That's a strike, and it's 0-2. I think each time that Manny's been up there, it's been 0-2. The one guy's been able to throw strikes to and get ahead.
A guy that has had great success against him. Double D walking that tightrope again.
Ramirez wouldn't hit into another double play, would he? Popped it up. That's almost as good. That'll be an out. If Reynolds catches it and foul ground, which he does. Ramirez over 3 now. And the fans here love it. 3 for 18 now. 3 for his last 18 with runners in scoring position.
Well, just great pitches. First pitch change up to him. A cutter in for a called strike, and then another cutter in that he was unable to handle and popped it up.
A visit to the mound by Mel Stottlemyre with Doug Davis. They've got Kemp up. Blake after him. Davis has walked Kemp. He has scored the Dodger run last time up. Kemp grounded to third. Well, let's see if Davis can do another Houdini act here. Huh?
Well, he's been doing it all night.
His numbers this season: nobody on base, 297 batting average against. Runners on, 200. Runners in scoring position, 205. It's not the way you want to live, but he seems to thrive by it. He'll throw over to first, and he threw it away. And Reynolds scoring, Ethier will go to second. Well, Doug makes an error and gives the Dodgers a run to make it 2-0.
Well, he has been walking that tightrope all night, and he just pulled that one in the dirt. Chad Tracy was unable to glove it. Well, you got to work hard here. Okay, they got to run, but you got to work hard here to keep them at just that one.
Fly ball center field. Powers there. And that's it for the Dodgers. So in the inning, 1 run, 2 hits, an error, 1 left, 2-0 Dodgers lead it here. Time for out-of-town scoreboard from our friends at freecreditreport.com. Know your score. Log on to freecreditreport.com for more information. Rays beat the Phillies tonight by a run. Well, Lidge having a tough year.
Yeah.
Gorzolani beat his former club. And the Giants escaped the Mets. Pee Wee Herman in attendance here tonight. 80s night at the ballpark. Some good memories, some not so good memories of the 80s. Right?
Oh, you know they were gonna pull that picture up. You know. Had to happen.
I think there's probably some more surprises coming over the course of the evening. Look at this.
Unbelievable.
Montero fouls one out of play. Well, the Diamondbacks need to get going here offensively. They've had 1 base runner, a leadoff single by Romero in the 3rd inning. And that's been it against Kuroda.
Yeah, Kuroda's, he's been good. He's just breezing through. The other guy that toes that rubber's been living on the edge tonight.
Pulled foul. Kuroda's career numbers against the Diamondbacks, too, not that great. 1-3, 4.32 ERA. And winless in 3 starts at Chase Field. Most home runs in the 1980s. Look at that. 5-some.
It's pretty good.
How about Dewey Evans in there? 256. More than the Hawk. Another beach ball.
Dale Murphy in there. Over 300.
He's a pretty good player, wasn't he?
He's a great player.
Look at that 5th inning of work for Kuroda. And only 49 total pitches. And he's ahead of Montero 0-2 to lead off this inning. And that one bounces up there.
Yeah, he's just breezing through. He's just pumping strikes. The Diamondbacks have been aggressive. It's led to quick outs for him.
Kuroda is 34 years old. He's out of Osaka, Japan. 11 seasons with Hiroshima. There's a shot. That's a base hit left center field. And Ramirez does a nice job of getting to it. Montero's going to try for second in the throw, and he's got a double. Good aggressive base running by Montero and a 2-base hit to start the inning.
key to that double right there is out of the box and your mindset when you do leave that batter's box. Miguel Montero is thinking this ball may get in the gap past Manny, so I've got to be ready to go to second. And there he was, aggressively getting into second base.
And judging by the reaction we saw there by Ramirez when he threw that ball, I think he was shocked to see Montero going to second.
Yeah, you know, you think of the hitter at the plate and he being a catcher and he doesn't run that well. It's just aggressive base running right there.
Tracy, a fly ball to center field, but Kent's going to get it. One down. Montero's going to hold it first.
Oh, have a look.
Now watch, that's George Allen working with me right there. George never changes. Look at the different, look at that look. That's pretty gruffy.
Wow. That's Anchorman right there. You seen the movie Anchorman?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
That's Anchorman.
80s. Like I said, there was some good and some very bad of the 80s. And George never changed any one of those shots.
That's great. It's amazing what they can pull up in the truck, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Well, let's see if Romero can get the Diamondbacks a run here and get them on the board. That's low and outside. Just think another 20 years they'll be doing the 2000s night.
It goes fast, doesn't it?
Yeah, sometimes too fast. There you go. Look into the camera. Romero fouls one out of play. Alexander hit center field his first time up, third inning.
He bounced one off the middle. He'd take another one right here. Like that run.
Anything to get a run on the board here and get a little momentum going your way. Romero's gone 5 for 13 runners in scoring position, 7 RBIs here in August. Got more and more playing time. And he takes that one high. 2-1. A.J. Hinch likes to reward those players who give him a good game. I mean, you're in there and you get a start. You get 2 or 3 hits. Maybe you're not getting a lot of playing time. And he'll usually reward you with a game the next night.
Well, and they have to look toward the future a little bit. They have to find out exactly what players can do. So as they stack their team up over the next year and beyond, you know what these guys can do, what they're capable of, and how you can put them in your lineup in the best place to succeed.
And the thing that's really changed with this Diamondback starting 8 from the start of the year till now, as Romero hits one foul out of play, they've gone from a predominantly right-handed hitting club to an almost exclusive left-handed hitting ball club.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the lineup tonight. Reynolds bats right-handed. Doug Davis pitcher bats right-handed. Ojeda switch hitter. Everybody else left. Drew, Olsen, Parra, Montero, Tracy, Romero. Before you had Jackson, you had Burns, you had Young, you had Upton to go along with Reynolds.
It's nice to have that stackable lineup. You can look at matchups. They've been producing too. They've been doing really well.
2-2 on Romero with Montero at singing one down here. And a little floater down the left field line. 1-1 for Ramirez. And that ball is just foul. Just foul. Would have scored a run. Romero would have gotten a couple, but he's going to come back to the plate. Manny came up a little short on that one. Color coordinated, isn't he?
He is. He's color coordinated. He's had a rough night. You know, not very many times you see Manny Ramirez go 0 for 3 and strand a whole bunch of base runners.
Romero battling Kuroda here. 1 out of the inning. And that's low. Full count, 3-2. Monkey Ojeda, number 8 hitter, is on deck. .110 game here tomorrow. Randy Wolf, a left-hander. Yusmeiro Petit, the right-hander for the Diamondbacks. And we'll be back aboard tomorrow.
In the Gubna.
Darren and Mark rejoining you in Atlanta for that makeup game on Monday. And the road trip. There's a ground ball to second. Hudson comes in and fields and puts underhanded to Loretta. Monkey Ojeda to the plate. And September 12th is Augie's big day against the Brewers. That'll be the next bobblehead giveaway. First 25,000 fans, courtesy Gila River Casino, plus 10 lucky fans will get a bobblehead signed by Augie. For tickets, dbacks.com or the number on your screen.
Good for Augie.
See if he can get a 2-out hit. Takes it low, ball 1. Davis, the pitcher next. Diamondbacks do have a pitcher loosening in the bullpen. Doug's had some stressful innings, to say the least, tonight. Look at this, Knight Rider.
Yeah, you could say that again. He's been walking that tightrope tonight. You don't know what kind of opportunities. So what's going through AJ Hinch's mind right now is if Augie gets on, there may be an opportunity here. Score a run. You may have to make that decision.
2-0 the count. As far as bench tonight, 3 right-handed hitters: Ryle, Robertson, Snyder, and Weitzel, a lefty. You're seeing more and more teams with only 4 bench players in the National League. Much more in the bullpen these days. There's a 2-0 from Kuroda. Ojeda hits one, foul pass first.
Well, if it falls right, you know, it frees up the manager a little bit if you have an extra arm down there. Depending on how the game falls. If you have to double switch a lot, there's no benefit in carrying less guys on the bench. But
there's the Quest High speed pitch. About a 5-mile-per-hour differential between Kuroda's fastball and Davis's.
Double D running it in there at 88 miles an hour.
Yeah. He'll dip one in there in the upper 60s too. 2-1 on Ojeda. Augie looking for a 2-out knock here to get Montero home from third. And a foul out of play. Montero started the inning with a double. Tracy then lined out to center, and Romero got Montero to third with a grounder to second.
That's a big run here.
Weitzel on the right there next to Stephen Drew with a helmet on. And if the Diamondbacks get to the pitcher spot, looks like he would bat for Davis. We'll see how it plays out. Ojeda's got to get on first. Dodgers with a run in the second, a run in the fifth in this 2-0 lead. And the count runs full at 3-2.
Well, both Romero and Ojeda putting good at bats on right here. Romero ran it to full. Ojeda's run it to full.
No walks given up by Kuroda. 1 strikeout. Only 2 hits. Only 2 base runners against him all night. Ojeda trying to become the third here. Awaiting a 3-2 pitch from the Dodger right-hander. And a ground ball to the right side. Loretta's got it. He feeds Kuroda at the bag, and the Diamondbacks will leave that runner at third. We played 5 here. Dodgers 2, Diamondbacks nothing. It's time to bring you up to speed with the AT&T Rapid Rewind. AT&T, the nation's fastest 3G network. AT&T, your world delivered. And we're delivering you the 6th inning here. 2-0 Dodgers. Casey Blake against Doug Davis. Doug throws a strike. Davis had a 1-2-3 first inning, but he's been in trouble ever since, but only allowed 2 runs.
Yeah, it's been constant trouble, hasn't it?
There's a shot to center. It's a base hit. That'll go deep. Over the wall, and Blake, let's see if he tries for third. He will. And he is going to make it without a throw. Without triple. He just found the right seam out there in the outfield between Olsen and Parra. And more trouble for Davis.
Yeah, that left center field gap was big for Casey Blake. And, you know, it wasn't one of those that just bounces off the wall. It's hit so hard that it comes off the wall, and you're able to hold him at second. I'm just kind of just trickled out there. Give him enough time to get to third base.
For the Dodgers, their 28th triple of the year, and that's the 5th for Blake. It's a lot of triples, but the Diamondbacks have 34 as a team. Here's Loretta, who has walked and is lined to center. The Diamondbacks are forced to bring the infield up, down a couple. Low ball 1. And that was the 5th hit of the night, given up by Davis.
Well, we talked about Doug Davis having the ability to make the pitches when he needs to, quality pitches to get outs. He's really put himself in that situation now.
Needs it hit right at somebody on the infield. He throws a strike. You really don't look at Doug as a big strikeout pitcher. And he has struck out 2 tonight. Walked 4, 5 hits since, 9 base runners plus a hit batter.
And the base paths have been busy tonight.
There's a strike.
Not a lot to show for it, though. A couple runs. Got a good start to this top of the 6th, but he's held him in check pretty well.
Yeah, 2 walks led to a run in the 2nd inning. Knocked in by Osmus and Doug's own error on a pickoff attempt. Gave the Dodgers a run in the 5th. Blake has led off this inning with a triple. Loretta's up there with a 1-2 count, and then Hudson and Osmus to follow. Into the dirt. Blocked by Montero. Not many of these Diamondbacks were around in the 80s.
No.
5 of them, I think we determined. Doug Davis, one of them.
That's it, 5?
Yeah. There's a foul out of play. At second base.
How are we looking, Governor?
Pretty old. I am. Well, how about most wins in the 80s? Fernando's on that list. He's working Dodger radio. Pretty good pitchers there. How about Charlie Huff, the knuckleball? Another foul by Loretta.
Some pretty good teams. These guys played on good teams. Fantastic pitchers and stayed healthy. Had great longevity.
Speaking of knuckleballers, the Dodgers have added a knuckleballer, Charlie Hager, to their roster. Seems like they've always got one. My radio partner, Tom Candiani, pitched for them for several years. They had Charlie Huff.
Well, Candy would be happy that they added a knuckleballer to the.
Just got to keep it alive, right?
No, yeah, of course.
It'll foul out of play.
He says it all the time. It's a dying art.
Well, it's funny if you watch players loosen up before a ball game when they're playing catch. Everybody throws a knuckleball.
All position players do.
Everybody throws a knuckleball. Some are better than others.
They joke with the knuckleballers too. You know, yeah, I'll think about doing that when I can't get anybody out anymore. I'm not throwing 95 anymore.
No. There's a drive to left field by Loretta. Holds it to the gap. Blake will tag and score. Sacrifice fly to make it a 3-0 ball game. Well, we've shown some Matty clips of the 80s. There's Candy. He pitched in the 80s. Let's see what it. Oh, look at this, Cleveland.
That was a fastball right there.
Boy, he almost looked a little thin right there.
Look at him bouncing over there to cover the base.
Look at that number 49.
Nice going.
High to Hudson. Ball one.
Throwing hard. 84, 85
right.
miles an hour right there.
He was the 9th pitcher to have Tommy John surgery.
He was the 9th.
The 9th. There's a foul ball by Hudson. Of course, Tommy John, the first successful. And between Tommy John and Candiotti, there wasn't a lot of success.
Kind of a last-ditch effort, huh?
Yep. Davis has given up a run here, and it's a 3-0 lead. And that's on to Orlando Hudson. 2-1 the count.
Well, nowadays, pitchers have Tommy John surgery. They come back better.
Yeah.
Throwing harder, healthier.
Strike on the outside corner.
It's all about the rehab, too.
We mentioned that Darren will rejoin you on the television side on Monday. He and Gracie in Atlanta take you through the road trip. We'll tell you where Darren is here in a moment. Ball 3. You can check out the baseball stars of the future in the Aflac All-American High School Baseball Classic. That's where Darren is. You can join him and Craig Biggio. 40 of the best prep high school players face off at San Diego's Petco Park. Live on Fox Sports Arizona tomorrow at 5 p.m. So check it out. Darren said he had a great time doing it last year. He's looking forward to doing it this year. Hudson flies to right field, 2 down. Those are the stars of the future.
Saw him last night with all his notes. You don't know these high school kids, but he's got notes on all of them. He had pages and pages and pages.
He will be well versed.
Oh yeah. They get to. Those high schoolers get to play in a stadium that has the 3rd deck, and
yeah,
Petco Park is a beautiful place. Get to show their talent.
And we're told admission is free, so that's good.
Yeah, that's nice. Nice to get a good crowd out there for those youngsters.
Ausmus, the hitter. He has driven in a run tonight and bounced into a double play. Davis over 100 pitches. Throws low. 1-1. In the only inning, Davis didn't have any trouble the first inning when he went 1, 2, 3 in order. Run in this inning, a triple and a sac fly. 2 down, nobody on. And Ausmus is swinging a miss. 1 and 2.
He's done a nice job. Quality, you look at this, you say, okay, this is a quality start, right?
Right now it is.
It's been touch and go.
Yeah.
But your team is still in the game.
Foul out of play.
The Diamondbacks have not handled Kuroda, but you never know. I mean, you get an opportunity, get a couple of guys on, and somebody swings the bat and hits one over the fence. You're back in it. Right there.
Doug's next start will be Thursday night, the getaway game in Philadelphia. Final game of that series. 1 and 2 on Ausmus. 2 men out. And a shot back up the middle base at center field. Ausmus second hit of the night. And the 6th for the Dodgers. That gets Kuroda up.
Brett Ausmus continues to handle Doug Davis well. He came in with great success against Doug. That's an example right there, Greg, of him just doing what he does. a veteran guy knowing what his capabilities are and not trying to do too much. He just takes his singles and calls the game behind the plate and takes it from there.
Kuroda tonight has twice grounded to the shortstop, one on a fielder's choice, the other thrown out at first. And a ground ball here to third. Reynolds on to first. 2 hits in the inning. Triple started it. Sac fly got him in. And it's 3-0 now. Dodgers lead it.
No. You mean you're talking about striking him out? Yeah. He don't want to walk you. Yeah, he don't want to walk you. And there it goes. You don't want to walk him? No. Don't walk him. Don't walk him. No, don't walk him. Don't walk him.
Our Chance Roberts cool play. How about Kirk Gibbs? Boy, he had a couple big home runs in the 80s or what, Matt Williams?
Yeah.
There's Gibby.
That's mano a mano right there, right?
How about Sparky there, huh? He don't want to walk you. He don't want to walk you.
Well, you got your guy out there that's your closer and your guy up there that's your big home run hitter, and power on power. Gibby won that one.
That Detroit team in '84, by the way, started out 35-5.
Yeah, that's a good start.
Yeah.
You're talking about the Dodgers being hot early.
35-5.
Yeah, good luck, everybody else.
Rusty Ryle's going to bat for Doug Davis here to lead off the Diamondback 6th inning. They're in need of runs. They're down 3. And the first pitch from Kuroda's a strike. Kuroda's only struck out one. He hasn't walked a batter. He's only given up 2 hits, 2 base runners.
Talk about cruising.
Ryle's gone 4 for 7 since coming up. Facing a right-hander here. And he fouls one, and that got home plate umpire Tony Randazzo. Well, we're still waiting up on your big surprise.
Oh, boy. It's coming.
I mean, we're into this almost into the 7th inning here, Matt.
It's coming. Yeah. Maybe at the top of the next inning. What do you think?
I think we should. Otherwise, the game's going to be over before we know it.
Well, you know it's got an 80s thing, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
0-2 on Ryle. And a foul. Be nice to see Ryle get on here and get something going with the top of the order due up next. It'll be the 3rd time around against Kuroda. Boy, he's been sharp here tonight.
Yeah, he sure has. 70 pitches, 69 pitches. Just cruising through this Diamondback lineup. You know, when Kuroda's on with all 4 of his pitches, he's tough.
Oh, yeah. Ponca City, Oklahoma, the home of Rusty Ryle.
Talked to him today. before batting practice. He's so excited. His mom and sister are here to watch him play.
We saw those numbers just flashed up. Third time around the order, a 355 average against Kuroda. So the Diamondbacks just about to get their third at bats against him after Ryle hits here. And a shot. Oh, it hits Kuroda into the air. And Kuroda is down on the ground. Oh, my goodness. It hit Kuroda. It appeared right in the head. Oh, man. He didn't have a chance to get out of the way.
Yeah, it's a scary, scary thought.
Matty, you and I were here in '98, and Kelly Stinnett hit one right back at Billy Wagner.
Well, it's almost the same exact scenario. The ball ended up in the stands, just like this one did, next to the Diamondback dugout. But there's just no time.
No.
There's no time for the pitcher to react.
Dodger trainers got out there immediately. The force of the hit, and I mean the ball ricocheted almost to the backstop.
There's just no time for him to react. And
so he tried to get his hand up, but he couldn't. Ugh. Rusty Ryle, line drive right back at the pitcher. You see A.J. Hinch out visiting with him.
Yeah, he's out talking to Rusty about. Yeah, Rusty walked in to see how Kuroda was doing, and A.J. going out there to reassure his player that they're doing everything they can to care for Kuroda.
Yeah, and I think they'll probably get a card out here. See all the Dodgers standing right there on the mound, along with the pitching coach Rick Honeycutt. That's Don Mattingly.
Well, that baseball, you know, we saw it a little bit last night with Mark Reynolds getting hit and Andre Ethier getting hit. It doesn't feel good when the pitcher is throwing a baseball in there at 90 miles an hour and it hits you. But that ball comes off the bat at 115 or 120 miles an hour, and there's no time for that pitcher to react. Oftentimes you see it a lot, Greg, where the ball is just hit back and the pitcher doesn't react until the ball is well by him.
Well, the card is out there. We'll take every precaution here.
They have to with head trauma. Make sure that.
Earlier this season, Joe Martinez of the Giants was hit on the head. A line drive off the bat of Mike Cameron. And it's always a scary, if you're a pitcher, it's something you can't think of, but it's always in the back of your mind. Now the ball's hit back at you. And something like that, as we mentioned, there was no time for Kuroda to react. The ball was just lined right back at him.
Well, if there is any positive to look at in this regard, I don't know if we'll have a chance to see it again, but if you watch Kuroda's reaction, he touches the top of his head. So, generally that's the hardest part of your head, of your skull, certainly. And it's not hitting him in the face. It's not in his temple. It seemed to be somewhere toward the top of his head. So where he grabs there is kind of on the top. If you see the slow motion replay here, it looks like he's grabbing kind of the top of his head.
Top right, it looked like.
So hopefully it did hit him in a spot where he has some protection.
Orlando Hudson was the first to him. And you can see how quickly the Dodgers staff gets out there. Doug Davis, the Diamondbacks starter tonight. And opponents on the field, but everybody watches and hopes for the best for the opponent, the person that is in this situation. And in this case, it's Dodgers starter Hiroki Kuroda. As you see, he's had movement, so that's always a very good sign. As you mentioned, Matty, they're making sure that they've got him all taken care of. You can see them strapping him. I'm sure they've got the neck brace on.
Yeah, the guy in the shorts there in the white shirt, kind of in the center of your screen, is one of the Diamondback team doctors. We've got the emergency units out there, the EMS personnel. Now, it's important, certainly, to make sure that he's safe as you transport him. But with head trauma as well, you want to make sure that you can get him somewhere fairly quickly, that they can take care of it. You certainly don't have medical facility here in that regard. So
we talked about 1998 and that Billy Wagner incident. Kelly Stinnett hit one, and as you mentioned, the ball ricocheted into the stands. And as I recall, Billy came back a couple of months later.
Yeah. And you made the point. You talked about it. It's something that you can't think about as a pitcher. I mean, if you're thinking about it, if it's happened to you and you're thinking about it as you deliver the baseball, you won't be affected. Just bottom line, won't happen.
And we mentioned Joe Martinez hit earlier this year. He's been back for a couple of weeks, I believe, now with the Giants. Miguel Montero watching. Well, you see Kuroda, the eyes blinking.
It's important that they take all the precaution that they can.
And all the fans are on their feet.
It's important that he relax as much as he possibly can in this situation. It's scary for anybody, certainly.
Well, we're going to take a break here. Again, Kuroda hit by the line drive off the bat of Ryle. And we'll come back and sort things out when we come back. 3-0 Dodgers lead the Diamondbacks here at Chase Field. Hiroki Kuroda in the head. Kuroda has been taken via cart out of the ballpark and will be taken to a hospital for examination. And a new pitcher for the Dodgers as Joe Torre has brought in James McDonald, the right-hander. He'll get as much time to warm up as he possibly can. And at this time, let's bring in former Diamondback pitcher, many seasons as a pitcher in the big leagues, Greg Swindell. And Zeke, I know it's always a scary thought, something you'd never want to think of, but there's always that possibility of that line drive coming back at you as a pitcher.
Oh my gosh, Greg, it's terrifying. I was walking out here to get on the set of the post game, and I see the ball almost going into the stands off his head. It's you know, it's something it's in the back of your head as a pitcher, and I don't mean that to be a pun, but I mean, you think about it. I was hit by a couple line drives, a couple one hoppers, but fortunately for myself, never in the head region, and it's always there. And now, you know, you just worry about the health of Hiroki Kuroda right now, and hopefully they can get him to a hospital and everything will be okay.
What's the psychological effect, Zeke, if you do get hit in the head, or you do get line drives that come right back at you and hit you in your body parts? I mean, delivering that next pitch and being ready, I mean, I would imagine it's easy to cut that ball off and not follow through properly and not be effective as a pitcher.
Every bit, yeah. You flinch as soon as you let the ball go. You see the ball, even if a hitter fouls it back or pulls it down the line, you see it coming right back at you. He's going to have that vision in his head now for a while. I don't know. You know, you still think I cringe when I saw that right there. It's really scary, especially as an ex-pitcher. And now, I mean, for the guy coming into the game and Rusty Ryle to be the one that hit it, it's not only traumatic for the guy that threw the ball, the guy that hit it also, but as a pitcher, it's tough to come back from. It's got to be, you know, it's obviously scary and not a good thing. And he's gonna have a long road in front of him to come back as far as psychologically being back on that mound.
And Greg, you bring up a good point. We'll turn it over to Matty here. Matt, as a hitter, your thought process if you're Rusty Ryle after you hit that line drive.
Well, I mean, you know, he did his job.
Right.
He hit the ball, certainly not trying to injure anybody, of course, but you know, he hit the ball and it hit the pitcher in a spot that it shouldn't hit the pitcher, and you know, it's traumatic. You don't want to hurt anybody, regardless of whether your intent was there or not. You know, we saw a little bit of intent last night, but that, you know, and that's why hitters get upset when a pitcher throws the ball around their head, you know, because it's a dangerous thing. Rusty's going to have to just, you know, think about this game right now and being ready to go at second base in case there's a base hit so we can score a run and get past it at this point. But it's going to affect him because it is scary, that's for sure.
All right. McDonald again going through the warm-up tosses. It's Josh Whitesill. He's got his arm around him. And no batter likes to be into that situation. And he lined it right back up the middle.
It did exactly what he's supposed to do. Now 2 strikes, back through the middle. That's what you're taught to do. You accomplished the job, but one more thing, you know, they're opponents on the field, but they're all part of the same fraternity.
And the Diamondbacks, as a team, all up on the top step, watching with interest. And the hopes of good being for Kuroda as he was being tended to on the mound. Well, Zeke Greg Swindell, we always called him Zeke, of course, will join us after the ball game. But you know, Kuroda, Greg, was really pitching a heck of a ball game here, and that's probably the hardest hit ball against him all night long.
And that's what I'm thinking too. I'm just wondering if I was still on with you guys. He has not. That was the 3rd hit he's given up all night, so he's definitely not expecting a 120-mile-an-hour ball to come back at his head. So you know, even if he is prepared for it, that ball is coming back twice as hard as he threw it in there. There's no preparation for it. Yeah, a surprise to him, I'm sure. And, you know, like I said, our thoughts out here, I know, and everybody in this building right now are with him.
What do you think? Honeycutt's taking a lot of extra time with James McDowell. What do you think he's telling him on the mound right now?
He's just giving him the situation, making sure he's ready. I mean, obviously James has probably just been sitting down there relaxing with Kuroda cruising like he was, and just making sure he's 100%. I mean, these guys are the best team in the National League. They need to win games, and it is just a 3-run game. So that's what he's telling him right now, to take it like a 0-0 game and make sure you're ready when you throw that first pitch.
All right, thank you, Greg. We'll look forward to your comments after the ball game. The official ruling is, with Ryle at second, a ground rule double in that situation. So the batter will be Stephen Drew. James McDonald in relief of Kuroda. And the pitch is low, ball 1. The ball game now almost becomes incidental to the injury to Kuroda here, but we still have 3+3.5 innings of this game to play.
Well, if you look at it, you've got your first real opportunity of the ball game here to squeeze one across. You've got the, albeit in a very uncomfortable situation with Kuroda leaving the field, you've got your opportunity to get him out of the game now. Now you have to think about winning this game. They haven't been out of it all night long, and they have an opportunity to certainly to play one here, if not more.
Ryle is only the third base runner of the night for the Diamondbacks. That's high to Drew, and he's the third man to reach to lead off an inning. Romero led off the third inning with a single. Montero led off the fifth inning with a double, and neither scored. So now Drew Olson in par with a chance to get a run home and cut into this Dodger lead. And Drew will take it high and outside, 3-1 on McDonald. Injury like that, a pitcher is given as many pitches he deems necessary to get ready to pitch in a ball game.
And he can throw all the pitches out there he wants to get ready, but it's not the same routine. Baseball players are creatures of habit, certainly.
There's a shot to center, and that ball's going to get down a base hit. Ryle will stop at third. And Drew's the board. And it's first and third here with nobody out. Ryle held up momentarily, thinking that ball might carry out to Kemp, but it got down.
A line drive by Stephen Drew, right back up the middle again. Rusty had to freeze and make sure that Kemp wasn't going to come in and catch that baseball. Better safe than sorry at this point. That his run is important, but he doesn't want to run him out of an inning either.
And Trent Olson will be the hitter. Trent 0 for 2 tonight against Kuroda, with a grounder to first and a fly to center. So here's a scoring chance for the Diamondbacks with 2 on and nobody out. McDonald, former starter, now out of the bullpen. Goes high and outside, ball 1. 4 starts for the Dodgers. McDonald, an ERA of 8.78, 24 relief appearances, a 2.37 ERA. So he's done well out of the pen for Joe Torre and Rick Honeycutt. And that ball will miss low and inside, 2-0. Looks like the Dodgers are going to get somebody else up in the bullpen, starting to loosen.
James McDonald coming out of the bullpen and right in the fire. He's presented with a first and third and nobody out. He's falling behind 2-0 here.
Again, Olson has not walked since coming up. Likes to swing the bat. And he does here and hits one into center. Kemp gets under it. Ryle is tagging. There's a catch. Here comes the throw to the plate. And safe, and tagging and going to second is Drew. Can't airmail that one. And it's a 3-1 ball game, and Drew got into scoring position.
Nice job of reading the throw by Stephen Drew. You know where the cutoff man is, and if you see the angle of that ball over that cutoff man's head, there's no way that they're going to be able to get you at second base. Nice job by Stephen there, getting in scoring position.
So Olson gets a run batted in, his 4th of the year. And now Drew is in scoring position for Parra. The run charge to Kuroda, and the line on him finished tonight. 5 innings, 3 hits, 1 run, 1 strikeout, no walks. And again, we wish him the best. Good news for him. Parra takes low ball 1. You could have heard a pin drop here after that ball hit Corey. They got that quiet. Now it's starting to rev up again. Way outside from McDonald. 2-0 the count.
If you're sitting over there on the Diamondback bench or standing on deck, James McDonald has not thrown a breaking ball for a strike yet, so I would imagine Parra, Reynolds, and anybody beyond will be sitting dead red looking for a fastball to hit.
And a foul back and out of play. Parra was up over 300. You remember he was the May Rookie of the Month. And then he really started to scuffle. The average went down into the low 260s, but he's got it up close to 300 again with a red-hot month of August. And he's among the rookie leaders in several big categories. And he fouls one out of play. He truly has been a Terminator, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's.
I'll be back, as he said. As he
runners in scoring position, he has been pretty good.
And 35 runs batted in. Look at that batting average, 351.
He's used a big part of the diamond.
And he hits one to left, but Ramirez is going to make the ground. Back to second goes Drew. 2 away. Anytime the Diamondbacks score 6 runs or more, Taco Bell's giving away 3 free tacos with the purchase of a large drink between 4 and 6 p.m. the following day in participating locations. Reynolds comes up as a tying run, and it's been a few days now since Marks hit the long ball. 36 on the year.
No, good guy here. Good situation right here to sit on a pitch and try to elevate it.
And he takes a ball. Osmus framed it there. Pretty good from back here, but it was called ball 1. It's Chris Bueller's day off with the face of Mark Reynolds in there.
That fits his personality.
I was going to say that would fit him absolutely perfectly. You'll look at his strength for McDonald. McDonald can get it up there in a hurry.
Yeah, throw the fastball in there in mid-90s. But you know what? That 95-mile-an-hour fastball turns into 90 if he can't throw his breaking ball for a strike.
Reynolds a tying run. Swing and a miss. 1-2 the count. Mark's swing's gotten a little long here on this homestand.
He'll go through stretches like that.
Yeah.
He'll also go through stretches like the last road trip that he'll rattle off 7 homers in a road trip.
The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike him out. So McDonald settles down after giving up the hit by Drew. The Diamondbacks do get a run of the sac fly by Olsen. They get a little closer. And it's a 3-1 Dodger lead here heading to the 7th. 3-1 Dodgers lead. The Diamondbacks just getting their first run of the night. Our Miller Lite What's Brewing upcoming road trip. 1 game in Atlanta, a makeup game, and then 3 in Philly, 3 in Houston, and 3 in San Francisco. So 11 big games coming up on the road. And then the Diamondbacks will come home for 3 and head back out for 7 more. 4 to LA and 3 to Colorado. 27-36 on the road for the Diamondbacks, but they played pretty well on the road, and they'll try and continue that on this long one coming up starting Monday at Turner Field. There's Merlin Vazquez on to pitch for the Diamondbacks, and since June 5th, 21 games, 21 innings, an earned run average of 1.71 and a 187 batting average against. Pretty good.
Yeah, he's found it. Found his release point for his breaking balls and his changeup. His changeup's been fantastic.
There's Furcal to lead it off. He's got 2 hits tonight, 2 for 3, both against Davis. Strike 1 is called. Furcal, Ethier, and Ramirez here. That's a little bit low. A ball and a strike. 8 scoreless outings for Vazquez. 8 consecutive. There's a line drive caught by Tracy. 1 away. Well, A.J. Hinch, the Diamondback manager. Remember, in the minor leagues, Vazquez was a starting pitcher, and A.J. talks about moving from a starter down to the major leagues as a reliever.
You know, as a starter, you don't inherit any runners, and you don't inherit any stress. You create your own stress. And for him to be an effective reliever, I think being able to understand when he needs to get a ground ball, when he's going to go for a strikeout, when you give him breathing room, when does he have an open base to put your guy more carefully, and just understanding what his role is on a team as a reliever.
Well, Ethier got him for a solid single to center. And here comes Manny Ramirez. 1 on, 1 out. Ramirez had a rough night against Doug Davis. A strikeout swinging. Hit into a double play and fouled out to the third baseman.
Great point there by A.J. Hinch. And being a starter his whole career and having those days in between. And it's a new role. He's handled it very well.
And he throws low here, ball 1. Ramirez has hit into one of the 2 Dodger double plays tonight. Now 105 double plays they've hit into as a team on the year. I'm sure Vazquez would like to make it 106. Swing and miss. 1-1. That's not Craig Biggio dirty, that batting helmet, but it's pretty dirty. Pretty sticky.
The pine tar all over the front of it. A little bit on the bat. Making sure he's got a good solid grip, and when he lets it go, boy, it's special. That bat head flies for the zone.
Well, he's falling behind him here, 2-1. Remember, Davis got ahead of Manny in each at bat.
Fastball missed. Changeup for a swing through. Slider missed.
And a base hit left field. Olsen will pick it up, get it back in. Ethier stops at second. The Dodgers have something going here with 1 man out, 2 on.
Got another changeup. Was a little bit out in front, but he just stays. That bat head stays through that strike zone so long. He doesn't have to hit it pure to get a base hit. His trajectory is right off the bat. We saw it last night. He hit a ball off the left field wall. Hit another ball that Trent Olchen went back and made a great play on. And 2 other line drive bullets around the ballpark last night.
So here's Kemp. Walk and a run scored. He's grounded at third and he's flying to center. So Vasquez in some trouble here. And that's a strike call. 0-1. Gets ahead of it. Merlin will run it up there. Mid-90s. A little bit higher.
I had him as a starter in Double-A when I was down there. Nothing close to mid-90s. 88 to 91 starting. Good slider, good changeup, but he's come back from surgery and he's able to run it in there.
For call lined out. Ethier to center with a single. Ramirez to left with a single. Vasquez working to Kemp. And he's swinging a miss. Throw back to first. And Ramirez just got back in. Montero fired it down to Tracy. Manny got back. One and two now on Matt Kemp.
The pitch that he swung through was overshadowed by the play that followed after, but what a great pitch from Vasquez. Sinking fastball down and in. You want to induce a double play ball, it's either that one or a good slider that's down and away that he has to hit on the ground.
Missed inside 2-2. Let's go down to Mark McClone for an update on Kuroda.
Yeah, the official word is a right side of his head injury. He's been taken to St. Joe's for further examination. We'll keep you posted as more information becomes available, if it becomes available, on our post-game show, Quest Diamondbacks Live, following the game.
All right, thank you, Mark. 2-2 the count here on Kemp with 2 on and 1 out. Seventh inning. Dodgers trying to build onto this 3-1 lead they have. Vasquez in his first inning. And the pitch. And he struck him out. Pulled the string on him and Kemp missed.
A good off-speed pitch there. Got him thinking about the fastball. Followed with the changeup, diving down and in again, and he was out in front. Good sequence.
And now Casey Blake. And that's about getting more and more confidence with your pitching and your development. Young man's made a lot of strides here in his first season in the big leagues. Now trying to get Blake and end this threat. Strike one. Well, you look at the development. Actually, the Diamondbacks in their bullpen have two guys who have been starters in the minor leagues. Not only Vasquez, but Gutierrez.
Yeah.
And they have really come a long way in their first season in the big leagues as relievers. And a couple of pretty good arms. That one will just miss inside. I remember there was a ball game earlier this year in San Francisco where Gutierrez on their gun there. And, you know, you have to take that for what it's worth. But they said he got 100 a couple of times.
Yeah, it's a, you know, given the choice, starting in the minor leagues or relieving in the big leagues, I imagine they'd take where they're at. But it's a change. It's not what they're used to. It's completely different. Having the ability to get in there and pitch just about every day.
Blake hits one on the ground. Tracy's got it. He's got a flip to Vasquez, and they get the out at first. Nice job by the youngster. 2 on, 1 out. And he got Kemp on strikes. Blake on a ground out. It stays 3-1 here on 80s night. Dodgers.
to break out one of many photos of Greg Swindell in the 80s, and let's see what we have. Of course,
boy.
There you are.
Look at
you haven't changed much, Greg.
Not much, just a lot.
You're not much.
Wow.
Debut in 86 and all-star.
My autograph had changed a little bit. You see
Your
that?
autograph's changed a little messier?
Yeah.
No, because you were not used to it back then.
Not at all. I was 21 years old.
That's right. Well, we've got some surprising photos of you to break out in the post-game show, so stay tuned for that, as well as any new information we get on Dodgers pitcher Hiroki Kuroda.
New pitcher for the Dodgers, Hong-Chi Kuo, the left-hander. He is fresh off the disabled list. Missed 3 months with a sore left elbow. And he comes on here. He'll face Montero, Tracy, and Romero, 3 left-handed hitters. For the Diamondbacks here in the 7th inning, they're down a pair. See the numbers on Kuo. And Montero takes a strike. Montero's got a double tonight. He's 1 for 2. Diamondbacks only 4 hits, half the total of the Dodgers. And they're down a couple. Getting late. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Boy, if they can keep this guy healthy, Kuo.
Yeah.
He is really good, but he's had injury problems throughout his career.
And you don't find left-handed pitchers that throw it in there that hard very often.
Hey, base hit by Montero, taking the ball the other way. His second hit of the night. Look at Ramirez get that ball in. Says you're not going to take another base on me this time. Well, our Wet and Wild fan poll. Looks like Nolan Ryan right now, about 4% over Fernando, and then Henderson and Brett. They're going with the pitchers, man. You don't like that?
Yeah, well, those 2 pitchers, it's okay.
All right. 36929. You can text it, ABC or D. Ball 1 to Tracy.
I don't think you could text a wrong answer as far as that goes. All of them, all those guys on that list made big difference for their club.
Kuo's out at Taiwan. Hong-Chi Kuo. And Tracy is swinging a miss. Ball and a strike. Montero's done a nice job against left-handers, huh? Just nice, easy approach there, taking the ball the other way.
Especially with 2 strikes. Been able to shorten the swing up and make contact. He's hit a lot of balls to left field against the left-handed pitchers.
He had a double last night that drove in a run off Kershaw, the lefty.
He's picked his spots, too, to try to pull the ball.
Tracy fouls one back, and Chance now the whole 1 and 2. So he's a tying run to the plate here in this 7th inning. 3-1 Dodgers. Kuo was in 42 games a year ago and a 2.14 ERA. Only 8 games in 07 for the Dodgers. He's had injuries that really stopped him in his tracks. Swing and a miss. He gets Tracy to chase. And that's a strikeout in the first out of the inning.
And Chad missed his fastballs to hit, and then Kuo was able to throw him a good breaking ball there to strike him out. Looks like a fastball until it gets to the plate and dives down and away.
Here's Romero. Skelly's my homeboy. What a great career and what a fabulous broadcaster Vince Skelly has been.
You look at it, how many years? I don't even know.
Was it 60?
58 years.
58. Wow. Still going strong. Just listen to that great voice.
Yeah, that voice hasn't changed at all in 58 years, has it?
No.
The Diamondbacks 1 run, 5 hits, 1 error, leaving 3.
That's his laid back look.
That is his laid back look.
Well, Romero in the hole here on 2 against the tough lefty. And he laid off. He wanted to chase.
Vin Scully will sit back and tell you a story, too. Like you're just having a conversation with him.
And a foul back. We'll join Fox Sports Arizona, the Diamondbacks, and the Muscular Dystrophy Association in the fight against ALS during the Diamondbacks-Rockies game September 4th. You can bid on great sports memorabilia or come to the Tempe Marketplace during the pregame and postgame show for a silent auction. All proceeds benefit Augie's quest in ALS research. Romero takes it outside. He's battling this tough left-hander. 2-2. Augie Ojeda is on deck.
Seen both Montero and Romero put together good at bats, good late game at bats for this club, driving in key runs.
Strike 3 call according to Tony Randazzo, and Romero didn't think so. He reluctantly leaves the plate area. Back-to-back strikeouts for Crow.
Second baseman, Augie Ojeda.
And that'll bring up Ojeda. Well, we've got this from Stan Conte, the Dodger trainer, while Kuroda was on the mound. Never lost consciousness, alert the entire time, and was not bleeding.
That's a good sign.
Those are 3 pretty good signs right there. 3 very good signs.
Yeah, oftentimes we all watch television, and you watch the medical shows, and you worry about closed head injuries and things like that. But it's a good sign that he wasn't bleeding and he didn't lose consciousness.
Blake throws out Ojeda. That's it for the Diamondbacks. Leadoff single by Montero is wasted. They leave him. They've left 4. And after 7, they trail the Dodgers 3-1. Diamondbacks baseball on Fox Sports Arizona, brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Southwest Airlines, ready when you are. Go to southwest.com, grab your bag. It's on. Billy Buckner back in the 80s. An unforgettable and unmemorable moment as far as Red Sox fans were concerned. Well, we talked earlier, Matty, of course, with Kuroda getting hit tonight. Back on July 15th, 1998, 9th inning, Kelly Stinnett was at the plate and Billy Wagner was on the mound. And Man, you were on second base there. That's Biggio, Bagwell, their trainers. And it's something, you know, in all the great things. I mean, you remember at-bats, you can remember memorable moments, something like that, something like we see tonight with Kuroda. Those things just, I mean, you just remember those.
Yeah, well,
because they're so scary a moment.
It's traumatic. It's part of the game. It happens. Don't want to see it happen.
There's a high fly ball to center field here off the bat of Loretta. And Parra makes the catch. And Juan Gutierrez just in. Has retired his first man.
Now the good thing, Billy Wagner was okay.
Yeah.
Came back to pitch not long after that. And we hope that Kuroda will be okay. Come back and be able to compete for his club as well.
Billy Wagner is, I think, getting pretty close coming off the DL for the Mets right now. He's been out this season with a different injury. And we sure hope for the best again for Hiroki Kuroda, who was hit by a line drive off the bat of Rusty Ryle back in the 6th inning here tonight as Hudson swings and misses. Dodgers leading 3-1 here late 8th inning. 1 out, nobody on. Vasquez worked an inning, allowed 2 hits with a strikeout, no damage. Fastball got up there in a hurry, but missed.
We talked about these 2 young pitchers, both starters in the minor leagues, and now they're in the Diamondback bullpen. Both of them have been solid. They've had their moments this year that didn't go right for them, but it's an adjustment period for them.
Yeah, I think they're used to their roles now too. I mean, Gutierrez getting some good spots, and it's more and more an effective pitcher as Vasquez has been. He's getting some spots in big games.
Yeah. Yeah, you go out there and get the job done. Your manager's got confidence in you to bring you in tight situations.
1-2 pitch here, and a little line too short. And Hudson 0 for 3 tonight as he is out number 2. Right now, pool cam. They're having fun out there tonight. Looks good, doesn't it? It's hot weather.
Where else can you go catch a ball game and get in the pool at the same time? I guess you could do it at your house, but
you know, when the Marlins were in town last time, they were looking at several. They're going to have a retractable roof in Miami, and they said they're going to have a pool.
Really?
Yeah.
Copycats.
Well, I think it makes sense to have it there, though, too.
Yeah, I would imagine so, yeah.
We're talking about all the different things they liked in this. You know, the other thing they liked about this ballpark? They say it's got it over any other ballpark with the scoreboards here, the out-of-town scoreboards in right field and left field. So they're always up. Can look either way and get any score of any game, what inning, or if it's a final, at any time. And they become a fixture here, and they are very popular. You know, you go in a lot of these ballparks now, man, and you really have to search around for the scores. A lot of them don't put them up. They'll flash them maybe in between innings or every 3 innings or so.
Yeah, you also have to search around for pitch speed, total pitches, balls and strikes. It's on both sides here.
Yep. They're always there. They're always updating.
Above the ABC Club in right field and above, you know, just below Friday's front row in left field.
That's what you're talking about there.
It's great to know.
Strike call. 2 outs there. Got a little much in Washington. They put the brake on the ball.
Yeah, that's
that got a little overboard there.
5 inches horizontal and 6 inches vertical.
Yeah. Top foul backing out of play by Osmus. Osmus 2 hits tonight. A run batted in.
Yeah, that's a little much. A little much about the break on the ball.
Big crowd here tonight. 42,058. Ground ball back up the middle, and Drew gets it and throws. And got him as Tracy held the bag. Nice play by Drew to get Osmus. Well, let's see if that defensive play spurs the offense on. 3-1 Dodgers lead it. Bottom of the inning coming up. Time for our Nova Homeloans in-game box score. And not a lot of offense going on tonight for the Diamondbacks. A couple of hits by Montero. The only run driven in by Olson, the sac fly in the 6th inning. They need to get some offense going here against the Dodgers, trailing 3-1. And they'll have a pinch hitter come up first and then around to the top of the order. And that's a newcomer to the Dodgers. Well, you got 5 runs to go. I think the Diamondbacks are settled for a 5-run 8th inning. What do you think to make it 6?
Why not?
This is George Sherrill. Dodgers acquired him in a trade. And July 30th with Baltimore. Look, his numbers since coming over. Pretty spectacular. And he's facing Ryan Roberts as a pinch hitter, and a ground ball to short. Football's got it. Good arm of his. Shows him out, 1 down. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Well, if you're the Dodgers, you know, you don't know, with all the time that Quo has spent on the disabled list this year, you don't know his health, really. And if you're going to look at making a playoff run and, you know, making it to the World Series and winning it, you're going to have a lefty.
Sherrill with the Orioles was 0-1, but a 2.40 ERA and 20 saves and 23 chances for in 42 games. He almost shows his number on the back of his. In fact, he does to the hitter. And ball went outside to Drew, so he almost turns his back totally to the hitter in the batter's box.
He closed games for the Orioles.
Yeah, 20 saves, 23 chances. Drive to right. On the right. There's empty. 2 quick outs here in the 8th inning. Although that ball was hit hard and well by Drew. It's kind of a cool replay coming up here.
Well, Andre Ethier has really turned himself into a fantastic Major League outfielder.
I think Oakland would take Ethier back.
Yeah, oh yeah, for
Milton Bradley.
You bet.
Here's Olson, who's driven in the Diamondback run with a sac fly, and he shows bunt, takes a strike. All you have to do is shorten up like that, and everybody gets moving on that infield.
That brings the corner infielders in maybe a step and opens up a little hole, a little bigger hole on either side of the diamond. Doesn't guarantee you're going to get a base hit, but
Trent is swinging a miss. Strike 2. Your big guy is still their closer, Broxton. And I'm just trying to even this series, send it to the rubber game tomorrow. Petit against Wolf. Outside. 1-2 on Trent Olson.
Well, depending on what happens tonight, certainly want to end the homestand on a positive note. You don't get the off day on Monday, so you might as well win on Sunday.
Olson strikes out. Osman's going to have to turn it. He does, and Sherrill's got a 1-2-3-8. We'll go to the 9th. Dodgers leading it 3-1.
made his major league debut in the 80s, and he has a favorite band. He has a favorite singer, as a matter of fact. This is our Jack in the Box, Outside the Box. And folks, this is really outside the box.
Come on, George! Come on!
Oh, man.
We couldn't help ourselves.
Little boy George Love, huh?
He still talks about it every day. That's for you, Gracie.
Pee Wee just did the big shoe dance in between innings, by the way. Clay Zavada on the pitch for the Diamondbacks. Dodger ninth inning, 3-1 LA, and Juan Pierre, pinch hitter. Batting for Sherrill, takes strike one. The Dodgers tonight, 3 runs on 8 hits, no errors. They've left 8. Diamondbacks 1 run, 5 hits, 1 error. They've left 4. The mustachioed Clay Zavada. Foul back by Pierre.
And another look for everybody that loves Gracie and Culture Club. Contrary to his statements, he really enjoyed that. And he's a big fan. To each his own. I'm not a big Culture Club fan, but Gracie is.
Pierre batting for Sherrill here. And it's outside one in the 50-game suspension of Manny Ramirez. Played all 50 in left field. He hit .318, and he drove in 21 runs. Stole 21 bases. Now he's back to being on the bench. That pitch just missed inside from Zavada, 2-2.
Well, we've seen it a lot. We've seen it a lot with the Diamondbacks, especially Miguel Montero. You got a guy that's coming off the bench, that's your backup catcher that doesn't play every day and gets opportunity to get consistent at bats. You find rhythm. You find your comfort level.
Oh, boy, Zavada just got out of the way. Line drive back up the middle by Pierre. He starts pumping a little faster right now. Man.
Well, there's an example right there. That ball comes back at that pitcher really fast. Clay Zavada didn't have the chance to get his glove up in time to catch it because it was by him already. It happens quickly.
Now for a call, and Pierre almost assuredly will run. 23 steals, 9 caught stealing. He'll draw a throw and get back in. For calls a hitter. Dodgers would like to add more to their 3 that they have on the board.
Yeah, Joe Torre will push it here. You would imagine.
Ground ball to short. They might not have a chance to. Drew goes to Ojeda. Third double play of the night. Turned by the Diamondbacks. And 2 out of the inning. 6-4-3. Augie might have gotten spiked on that play at second.
They have players that can run, that are fast. They get on you quickly at second base.
For call, didn't give Pierre a chance to run, did he?
Nope. Looked like Pierre got Augie in the shin with a spike.
He's Ethier batting now at 2 men out. Nobody on. And that hurts a little bit. You can see Augie.
Yeah, the shin bone doesn't have any meat on it, and those spikes are metal.
Let's follow this one through then.
Got a follow through on the play, and he just caught him with a spike. Nothing intentional. Part of the slide coming in. Doesn't feel good, though.
No, doesn't feel good at all. Well, to quote Norma Cheers, it's a dog-eat-dog world, and I'm wearing no worn underwear right now. Thinking about that one, huh?
I'll be thinking about that one for far too long.
That's a great show.
Metal spikes. You have to wear them. Some guys, we've seen Connor Jackson a lot wear the hard plastic spikes. It's not so bad on the dirt, but once you hit them, stand on the grass, if there's any moisture at all, they just don't dig in, and you find yourself slipping and sliding everywhere.
2-2 now on Ethier. Connors started his rehab with Visalia, and he'll need time. He's only had about 10 at-bats. Chris Young played his first game last night for Reno and went 4 for 5 with 4 runs, a couple RBIs and a walk. Foul out of play. Brandon Allen continued his hot hitting, the young first baseman acquired from the White Sox in the Tony Pena deal. Went 3 for 4 runs at his 12th homer, drove in 2 more. He's got 28. Strike 3 call. Ethier come looking. That's it. And let's see if the Diamondbacks can rally in the 9th against the big guy Broxton. 3-1 LA here on 80s night at Chase. Football with more customizable features and new ways to play. Log on to foxsports.com on MSN and join the next generation of fantasy football. Rally time here for the Diamondbacks against the hard-throwing Jonathan Broxton. '80s night. Everybody having fun. 42,000 here. Those are Broxton's. Look at that opponent's batting average, 156. Been a little humid of late, though. 3 runs on 6 hits, 3 walks last 6 innings. 76 strikeouts on the year.
That's a tall order. It's a tall order to score 1, let alone 2. But
Parr, Reynolds, and Montero. If anybody gets on Tracy. We'll see what happens here in the 9th. Down a couple, so what that means, Diamondbacks need a base runner. With the tying run to the plate. Parr tonight 0 for 3. And he's 0 for 1 with a strikeout against Broxton in his career. And just trying to win their 70th of the year. And Parra swung and a miss, strike 1. Well, the Giants won today. The Rockies were postponed in Florida. The Dodgers need a win to keep their lead over the Giants at 6.5. They could gain a half game on the Rockies, but if they'd lose a half game. The 0-1 pitch to Parra. And that'll miss away, 1-1. It's Ben Kuroda, who again was hit by the line drive in the head. Back in the 6th inning, had to leave. McDonald, Quo, Sherrill, and now Broxton. The 1-1 to Parra. Strike 1 and 2. This guy gets it up there in a hurry. That last pitch at 98, and he just throws Nice, free, and easy.
He's a large human.
I always get a kick out of the height and weight they list, because it looks a lot more than what they list. 6'4", 294. That one's into the dirt. 24 years old. Actually just turned 25, out of Augusta, Georgia. Second round pick back in 02.
6'4", 294.
Yeah. Wow. Look at those legs. Look at those legs. He's been a force since taking over closer's role. Jonathan Broxton.
Yeah, he was a setup guy for a long time.
He throws high and outside. Full countdown, 3-2.
Well, you talked about it. Got to have a base runner first if you're going to bring the tying run to the plate.
Bard trying to be that man that greets base here. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Might have been ball 4, but on 3-2, you don't have much time to decide when that pitcher's gunning it up there around 100.
97-mile-an-hour sinker. Seen Gerardo Parra as of late get a little bit big with his swing, trying to do a little bit too much maybe. When you try to do too much, it slows you down. Therefore, you've got to get out there a little bit sooner than you want to, and it makes you susceptible to breaking balls and fastballs that are not strikes.
Mark Reynolds 1 for 5 against Broxton in his career. Triple, 4 strikeouts, and he scored 6 one. Deep center field, and that ball is gonna go. Number 37 for Reynolds. It's a 1-run game.
Any sense at all to you that it looked like that's exactly what Mark Reynolds was looking for? First pitch slider. Guy throws 97 miles an hour and he's looking first pitch slider.
Well,
what does that tell me? Well, that tells me that maybe that young man that's playing third base for the Diamondbacks is starting to have confidence in himself and going up there and looking for a pitch.
There's Montero now, the tying run at the plate, strike 1. That home run given up by Broxton, only his 3rd all year. 37 now and 81. 37 homers, 81 runs batted in. And Reynolds closing in on number 2 all time in home runs in a season. There's a ball outside, 1-1. Jay Bell may be a surprising second of that group. Reynolds has caught Troy Glaus, and of course Gonzo with that 57 homer season in 01. 36 for you was your top year here?
No, 35. I think.
35.
Same year that Jay hit 38.
Diamondback fans come alive here now. There's a drive, way back, pool area, look out! We're tied. Montero back to back. Listen to this place.
So maybe you don't have to get a base runner to tie the game.
Snap.
But the long ball's tied up.
6 back-to-back home run. Venture by the Diamondbacks this year. Here's Tracy. Strike 1 from Broxton. Well, the last time the Diamondbacks went back-to-back-to-back, back in 02 against Montreal, Bautista, Finley, and Miller. We're tied, folks. Trace takes another strike on 2. Chad at the new daddy. Well, second time daddy. Daughter Bryn Sarah, born to wife Katie and Chad last night. He'd like nothing better than give her a nice little present. Buxton ahead of him 0-2. And a swing and a foul. How about this guy giving up only 2 home runs all season? And in 2 batters, he's given up 2 here tonight in a third of an inning.
Well, you said he'd been human his last 3 times out. Now, Mark Reynolds picked on a first pitch slider and hit it over the center field fence. Miguel Montero got him a pitch to hit and didn't miss it as well. Good hitting by the Diamondbacks, too.
0-2 on Tracy. High 1-2 now from Broxton. Well, that's got a little excitement into this one, hasn't it?
Yeah. It was kind of a sleeper for the Diamondbacks until the 9th inning.
First time ever that Broxton's given up 2 homers in an inning. He's given up 2. Might as well give up a third, right?
Might as well.
This place would come unglued if that happened here. Swing and a miss. Tracy down on strikes, and that's out number 2. It's been feast or famine here for Broxton.
Miguel Montero has been hot. He just got a fastball and didn't miss it.
Splash down. Here's Romero.
It's great that they have a camera out there in that pool.
More cameras here than any other place in America.
These guys that run this show around here, as far as the television goes, they miss nothing.
Now here's Romero, 1 for 3 tonight. And a foul out of play. Second deck, strike 1.
They can even find 80s pictures of the governor.
Yeah. Last 7 outings now, including tonight for Broxton. 7 innings, 3 blown saves, and an ERA of 6.5. Romero trying to get on. Keep it going here. Foul out of play, strike 2 from Broxton. Well, if we go extra innings, Manny Ramirez will lead it off for the Dodgers in the 10th. With 1 out, Reynolds homered to center. Next batter, Montero homered into the pool. That tied the game at 3. And now with 2 outs, Romero 0-2 against Broxton. And a grounder to short. McCall's got it. And extra innings we go tonight on this Saturday night in downtown Phoenix. But back-to-back, Reynolds and Montero. It's Broxton and Spiritual. And they have tied it. 3-3. 10th inning, here we come.
Postponing the game because there is no power in the stadium. we would like you to leave in an orderly way. I don't believe there's any great danger, but we have no idea when the power is going to be on, and we have to get people out of here before it gets dark.
It's a night I know you remember, Manny.
Yeah, and the earth shook. It was a scary moment. Scary 10 days following as well.
I was going to say, what was it, 2 weeks later they resumed the World Series?
Yeah, about 2 weeks. Yeah. Didn't really know sitting at the stadium what happened.
Yeah. You got a real good idea once you got out of the stadium.
That's right.
Well, here we go to the 10th inning. Manny Ramirez will be the hitter for the Dodgers, and Matt Kemp, Casey Blake. Miguel Montero's home run tied it after Mark Reynolds' home run. It got the Diamondbacks to within a run. Back-to-back in the ninth to get this game at 3. Want the lead back. Ramirez 1 for 4 tonight. And he's dealing with a new Diamondback pitcher. And that's Chad Qualls, who's ready to go here. And Ramirez takes a strike 0-1.
They bring on the closer for an inning. At least, depending on how this inning goes. No score in the bottom of the inning. You can bring him back out. But the idea here is to bring him in, shut the door, and score your winning run in the bottom of the 10th.
Missed inside. Peeled on at first. Chris Giuliani said he held up. If you're wondering, the Diamondbacks in extra innings are 7-4. They've played 11 games. The Dodgers have played 16. They've gone 10-6 as we look at the numbers on Qualls. So both teams have had success in extra frames this year. You like the spunkiness of this Diamondback club.
Yeah.
Never give up attitude. Ground ball down to third. Lance has got it. Turns out Ramirez has 1 for 5 in that one game. This is the most the Diamondbacks have gotten Manny out ever, I think, in a game. 4 times, 5 at bats.
Yeah, I like the attitude. I like the no quit.
Yeah. As you said, it's been a tough year, but it's been a lot better of late. A lot more fun to watch and entertaining, and you can't get much more exciting when you get back-to-backs to tie it in the ninth.
That's right. You can't judge. You can't say, oh, it's no quit because they hit back-to-back homers in the ninth inning to tie it. But you know that attitude shouldn't change and doesn't change regardless of the outcome. We saw it a little bit last night. We saw it on the road.
Kemp hits a sinker foul.
Saw it over the course of this homestand. They've played well.
We remember the back-to-back nights of home runs here against Montreal several years ago. You hit one, Jay hit one, Gonzo hit one. And I think Mota was responsible for 2 of those, wasn't he? In that series, Guillermo Mota.
I think he just gave up Gonzo.
Just Gonzo's. I know he was around back then. A lot of games, Manny. Sometimes your memory just kind of.
No, I understand. I understand.
0-2 here on Kemp.
I understand, Governor. Must have been that hair from the 80s.
Probably it was getting in my way. I was thinking about it. Thinking about that bad look.
I liked it.
Kemp up, Blake next. 1 out, Dodger 10th. And did he go? I think he did. Oh! And everybody complaining to Chris Guccione at first. Well, let's see if the replay gives us a look. You as a hitter would say?
I would say no. I would say no. But you know what I like? I like the fact that he makes that call down there. Chad Qualls doesn't like it. That's for sure. Miguel Montero and A.J. Hinch don't. But the fans, too. Yeah. They're into this. Yep. This is good.
Popped up foul back and out of play. Look at this. Extra inning games in the 80s. 3,789 extra innings.
You guys in the truck miss nothing. I'm telling you.
Somebody's got way too much time on their hands.
They are on top of it. Yeah.
Way too much.
Or they just made it up. Who's to know?
Well, they could do that. In tight to Kemp. Knocks him down, or spins him out of the way, I should say. Knocks him back. 2-2. He had a couple of those in tight on him last night from Dan Herron.
That one was in, but not as far as the reaction that you would think from the reaction. He just kind of got off balance.
Low to the dirt now, 3-2. Qualls last night worked the 9th inning. He allowed a double, had a strikeout, and he walked a man. A rare walk from Qualls. He's only walked 6 in 48 innings all year, but he's run the count full here on Kemp, 3-2. Kemp, 105 strikeouts, 42 walks, and a .310 average. A little bit of everything. Good pop in his bat also. Now he calls time as he thought Qualls was working a little too quickly. Chad characteristically takes that deep breath before he's ready to pitch. And the 3-2. He walked him ball fourth. Now Kemp a running threat over at first with 23 steals.
Now, you got to be careful here. Make sure you keep him close. Change your times that you hold the ball. Change your rhythm in your delivery to home plate.
Casey Blake tonight has struck out, walked, tripled, scored a run, and grounded to first. Well, the Diamondbacks have turned 3 double plays tonight. They'd sure like a fourth. Blake takes one inside, ball 1. We talked about it early on, Matt. That's been one of the Achilles heels for the Dodgers this year. Yeah, 2 outs for the price of 1. 106 double plays have now grounded into. 3 tonight.
That's a lot.
Blake has hit into 11 on the year. Kemp will draw 2 and get back in. We're extras here, 10th inning. Dodgers have a man on, 1 out. Qualls the pitcher. Blake the batter. Kemp his lead. And he goes. The pitch is a ball. The throw down is not in time to stolen base. He's gotten himself into scoring position. The count's gone 2-0 on Casey Blake.
Talk about Matt Kemp and how big he is for a center fielder, and that he can flat motor.
Looked like Montero took a little extra time to get that ball. Couldn't get it out of his glove, I don't think, right away.
Looked like the grip was bad. The way he followed through and trying to guide that ball into second base.
So Kemp at second. 2-0 count on the hitter Blake. Nobody, or 1 man out. Once is set, checks the runner. And Blake takes a strike, 2-1. Play was taken all the way there. Looking ahead to the Diamondback 10th inning, it'll be Ojeda, then the pitcher's spot, and then the top of the order, Drew. They're hoping the game is tied when they bat in the bottom of the 10th with a chance to win it. The 2-1. Blake takes another strike, 2-2.
Back-to-back sliders.
Here's a pitch. There goes the runner to third. Out. And save at third. Blake strikes out swinging. But Kemp got in under the tag of Reynolds. Well, that would have been a double play to end the inning. Wow, bang, bang down there. And Jerry Lane called him safe. What do you think, Matt?
Yeah, it's too close to call. Jerry Lane right on top of it. Miguel Montero has a different feel.
So 2 outs, runner at third, and Mark Loretta the hitter. Right-handed batter. And he takes outside ball 1. Hudson's in the on-deck circle. Loretta 0 for 2 in his career against Chad Qualls. Both used to play with Houston. Kemp has gotten himself within 90 feet of the plate. Stealing second and stealing third. 2 men out here. Tie game. Loretta takes a strike, 1-1 from Qualls.
Chad's been throwing the slider when he needs a strike. With the exception of the strikeout to Blake. 2-0, he threw slider to Blake for a strike. 2-1, slider to Blake for a strike. 1-0, slider to Loretta for a strike. All take.
Ground ball down to third. Reynolds has got it. It's throw. Good one. Dodgers fail. Keep that runner at third. Diamondbacks now chance to win it. Bottom of the 10th. 3-3. Diamondbacks and the Dodgers on 80s now. Come up, 3-3 game, and there's a new poll leader in our popular player of the 80s. Oh! Fernando is nudged ahead of the Ryan Express by a percentage point. Henderson third, Brett bringing up the rear.
Fernando Mania.
Augie Ojeda will lead it off, and then Josh Weitzel is on deck. Loney's taken over at first base for the Dodgers, and this is Ramon Troncoso. Let's see if the Diamondbacks can win it now in extras. Augie tonight 0 for 3. And outside it misses ball 1. 3 runs, 7 hits for the Diamondbacks, 3 runs, 9 hits for the Dodgers. This kid's worked a lot. 56th game of the season for him right now. That's a strike to Augie. And there's Loney. Great glove man over there.
Yeah, James. You're going to get a night off tonight, James.
Yeah.
It always works that way, doesn't it?
Yeah. He's probably, hey, I got the uniform on, might as well play.
Might as well.
There's a base hit by Ojeda to start the 9th or the 10th inning. Augie took it the other way and singled sharply to left between the hole at third and short. Now Weitzel will come back, and the Diamondbacks are going to send up Dan Herron to pinch hit here for a bunting situation.
Yeah, Dan's the best bunter of the starting staff. I'm asking him to lay one down and leave it up to the top of the order to try to plate Augie Ojeda. It's exactly the way they drew it up. And Chad Qualls in there to shut him down the top of the inning and get your leadoff man on, bunt him over, and get him in.
Heron will come up as a hitter. 241, home run, 8 runs batted in, but 5 sacrifice bunts, and that's what they're looking for here. A sac bunt. Troncoso on his last 11 outings, an earned run average closer to 10 than it is 9. And he bunts. Heron, it's a good one. Picked up by Heron, therefore to Hudson for the out. Sacrifice is good. 3-4. Winning run, potential winning run at second.
The key to sacrifice bunting for anybody, especially the starting staff, is to make sure that you bunt the ball out in front of you. Watch Dan Heron. Sees the ball all the way in, bunts the ball out in front of him, and he's able to create an angle to first base with the ball to get it down. It's like anything else.
Drew's not going to get a chance to hit here. They're going to walk him intentionally. Great crowd here tonight. Watching the Diamondbacks and the Dodgers. Interesting that Drew is 0 for 6 against Troncoso coming into this at bat, but they don't want to take a chance with him, though. Instead, go against the rookie Oljan.
I'll set up a double play ball, and they figure they go against the rookie.
Yep.
They're both left-handed.
Can't argue with the move whatsoever. And Drew has had some heroics, obviously, in his career. So is Oljan early on. There's ball 4. 2 on here. 1 man out. As Oljan comes to the plate. Oljan faced Troncoso last night. And in that bat, he grounded out to the shortstop. Beat LA. The shot goes up. Well, it was all Dodgers to the 9th inning. After a strikeout of Parr, Reynolds homered to center. And then Montero tied it with a home run to the pool. Now here we are, bottom of the 10th. Diamondbacks have 2 on and 1 man out for Oljan. He's driven in a run with a sac fly tonight.
Most of the 40,000 plus have stayed.
And that bounces, but a nice block by Ausmus. Ausmus, a Gold Glove catcher. And he knows what to do to keep that ball from getting behind him or getting away.
It's just a soft body. Watch how soft he is right there. It's one thing to go down to your knees and be as hard as a rock. You just kind of let that ball just bounce off of him, right out in front of him, so nobody can advance. It's hard to do.
Carrying the winning run out there at second. Drew at first. Outside. 2-0 now. On deck, Parra. Oljan's had a big smile on his face from the time he came up, joined the club in Pittsburgh. He'd get a broad grin on that face with a hit here, couldn't he?
Yeah, I think he would.
So are the rest of the Diamondbacks and their fans. The 2-0. 3-0. Wide one here, loads him up for Parra. Oh, what a win this would be for the Diamondbacks. If they can get it done here, they're trying in the 10th. Single sacrifice bunt, intentional walk. 2 on, 1 out. And there's the first walk in the career Major League level. It's 1 edge and they're loaded. Now Parra's got a chance to be the hero. First to mound visit from Rick Honeycutt.
Gerardo Parra has been so good with runners in scoring position. As of late, we talked about it. He's been getting a little big, a little bit too pull happy, if you will, pulling off balls a little bit. Right now, he needs to go back to what he does best and use a big part of the diamond.
Matty, we talked about all the double plays the Dodgers have hit into 106. Well, the Dodgers have got the right Diamondback up there in this situation. Parra leads the club, having hit into 13.
But look at the outfield arms for the Dodgers. They're going to play shallow enough but they'll be able to come in on a line drive and hopefully smear it in the air if you're a Dodger fan.
Yeah, everybody in for the Dodgers, infield, outfield. These two have never faced one another. Troncoso, the Dodger reliever, and Parr, the Diamondback hitter.
Ramirez doesn't throw well in left field. Kemp, good arm in center, and Ethier, arguably the best arm in right field.
Oh, into the man that counts at third here. 1 out, 10th inning. Here's a drive. Diamondbacks won it. Parr delivers in the clutch. And the Diamondbacks get a walk-off, come from behind victory here tonight as they beat the Dodgers by a score 4-3. Look at that ball club. That's what it's about.
That's why you play the game right there, Governor. You never know. You got to play 27 outs. And if need be, you need to play more than that. Nice job of manufacturing the run in the bottom of the 10th inning. Good job by Chad Qualls to shut him down in the top of the 10th. And as you said, that's a great win for this young Diamondback club.
Nice easy swing here. First pitch, boom.
Middle of the diamond.
Look at the dugout. This ball club's come together nicely, hasn't it?
It sure has, yeah. They're playing with some confidence, some enthusiasm, a bounce in their step.
And a bounce in this crowd. It was great tonight.
It was good. All